Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ariel Helwani Show!
Back in your life on this Monday, March 31st, 2025. Hello again, everyone. I sure hope you're doing well. It's great to be here on a lovely Monday in New York City, the final day of March. We move over to what is it? April showers, May
flowers.
Yeah, we're feeling it. We're feeling good, Frank. Great weekend of combat in the books. UFC in Mexico City. Shout out to Brandon Moreno. Big win for him over Steve Erceg. Man, Steve Erceg. I mean, go up against Pantoja. Tough. Kaikar France. Tough. Moreno. Tough. I mean, that's arguably the three best flyweights in the world. Maybe not in that exact ranking. Those are three hard fights. He goes 5 rounds against Pantoja. He goes 5 rounds against Moreno. Of course, got knocked out by KKF. Big win for Moreno. Last year in Mexico, he didn't get the nod. He comes back. Solid win. The question is, where does he go from here? We're going to talk about that and a whole bunch of other stuff that happened on a noteworthy UFC Mexico card. Some news came out of it. Carlos Prada is now looking for a new opponent. I have some intel on that we'll get to on today's show. Yes, the Jeff Neal fight is no mas. It's not happening. Not this weekend, next weekend. That UFC card in Miami rapidly approaching as well. We are getting closer and closer to it. There's a whole bunch of news. There's a whole bunch of stuff to get to. I'm revved and ready to go. I saw Duke play at the Prudential Center on Saturday. I got to see Cooper Flagg in person. They beat Alabama. Me and my boys, we were rooting for the Crimson Tide. We were rooting for the Crimson Tide. It was 95% Duke fans in there. We like an underdog, 5% Bama. We were saying roll tide. I was trying to think of all the things. I mean, I could have used probably GC there. It was a very Southern-like atmosphere with the the North Carolina faithful, Duke faithful, the Bama faithfuls. I felt like I needed something. Did I need some crawfish? I don't know, something.
Would have loved to be there.
Yeah, it would have been great. It would have been a great time. But nevertheless, we had a good time. Bit of a late start for the young kids. 8:50 tip. Bit of a late start by the time we got to the the tail end of the game. Had to leave a tad early just because I felt like they were fading. Didn't leave too early. 5 minutes left. But,
It was a blowout. You didn't miss anything.
Yeah, didn't miss much. Anyway, much to get to, and we have a jam-packed show for all of you. Back into the show, we're going to talk to Urijah Faber, the legend, the California man. He's returning to action. More on him in a second. Remember that name. Put a pin in it. Prior to him, who are we going to join by? Oh, Mike Perry. Yes, Platinum Perry. Oh, man. The face of dirty boxing. Had a big show, not this weekend, last weekend. There's all kinds of things. Conor McGregor brought him up or was asked about him. When the hell is Mike Perry going to fight again? We haven't seen him since the Jake Paul fight in July of last year. It's been almost a year. What's going on? We'll check in with Mike Perry. Loopy Godinez is going to join us. She had a big win, snapping her 2-fight losing streak on Saturday in Mexico, getting to fight in Mexico for the first time. A huge, huge deal for the pride of Mexico and Canada, by the way. The great Lupita Godinez. And prior to that, we're going to be joined in about 12 minutes' time by Jorge Masvidal of Gamebred FC fame and, of course, Cuban Jesus, Street Jesus, all those things and more. What's going on with him? Why isn't he fighting on that Miami card? What's happening? So look at that. A few legends there, a UFC star, and a bare-knuckle superstar, and a promotion owner as well. But guys, some breaking news to start the day. Well, I use the word breaking somewhat loosely because it broke at like 10 a.m. But nevertheless, finally, an official announcement from the GFL, the Global Fight League, has officially announced its first 2 events ever, May 24th and 25th, at the Shrine Auditorium. I believe that's on the campus of USC, University of Southern California. So it's in Los Angeles. Tickets on sale in April. Pre-sale access coming soon. But a whole bunch of fights officially announced. Now, we've known about a lot of these because we've reported them and others. But here you have it, Saturday, May 24th, day 1, Starts at 4:30 Eastern, 1:30 on the West Coast. Main event, Urijah Faber. There he is. Urijah Faber against Renan Barão. Part 3. They fought twice before in the UFC. 149, 169. Chad Mendes versus Mikey Linares. Anthony Pettis versus Benson Henderson. Technically part 4. Because you'll recall last year, well, actually December of 23, they fought in Karate Combat. Holly Holm against Julia Budd. Marlon Moraes against Ray Borg. Alexa Connors against Kat Zingano, among many others. Look how many names there. Derek Brunson's on there. Sage Northcutt's on there. Aspen Ladd's on there. Who else? Charles Rosa's on there. I'm just going through the list. Alex Oliveira's. I mean, this is like 15 fights. No, it's actually 15 fights. 3 columns, 5 fights each. 3 times 5, 15. That's a lot. And then, is that Jessica Penne? Jessica Penne on there too. Sunday, May 25th, 16 fights. And wouldn't you know it, the main event, Dylan Dennis versus Tony Ferguson. Finally, much anticipated. Uriah Hall versus Douglas Lima. Alima Le McFarlane against Viviane Pereira. Alex Gustafsson back against OSP. Just kind of there. Alan Belcher against Stuart Austin. Paige Van Zandt against Randy Field.
Devin Clark, Thiago Santos.
I mean, look at this.
Memorial Day plans booked.
Yeah, Sunday Memorial Day. Day before. Memorial Day weekend. Grant Neal on there. So what do you think, guys? It's official. Now, probably the biggest piece of news that hasn't been announced just yet, and I can't believe we've been talking about the GFL for this long and no music from Frank. I mean, just makes me wonder if everything's okay. Yeah. How did we not do that whole lineup reveal without this music playing, Frank, is the question.
You know, there's no rhyme or reason.
Monday. My question to you guys is, all right, that's all well and good. If you don't have a broadcast deal of any kind, you don't have much. They say in the press release, broadcast deal to be announced in April. Technically, that's tomorrow, but they don't say April 1st, but you get what I'm saying. It's already April, and they need something. Now, I've heard they're talking to some people, but you really do need some kind of broadcast deal because these are a lot of big names. They cost a lot of money. I've heard about some of the salaries, the purses. They're pretty big. For this thing to have any kind of legs whatsoever beyond 2, 3, maybe 4 shows, they need a broadcast deal. So let's wait and see what said broadcast deal may be, if there is any kind of broadcast deal attached to these fights. But early thoughts, guys. You into this? You excited? What are you thinking?
I will be watching. I will definitely be watching.
I mean, I think
I will
everyone
be watching on.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Might just be their YouTube channel. I don't know. We'll wait and see. But I will be watching. It's going to be intriguing. I think they're doing the right play. I don't think there's any other MMA events to compete with that weekend.
Good point.
So, yeah, I'll be watching. I mean, Dylan Dennis versus Tony Ferguson is enough for me to tune in.
Yeah, and that's on Sunday. You got 15 other fights happening before. Well, actually,
30 GFL fights will
by the
take
time
place
you get to that one, it's
Dylan Dennis, Tony Ferguson.
By the way, can I just say, your setup back there, has something changed? What's going on?
We got a little bit of light to show some depth. Rick refuses to wear anything other than a black shirt, so he's blending in with the background.
No, look at that little, what is that, blue, purple?
Our lighting professionals,
blue.
Yeah, it's a little blue. Separate them from the background.
I kind of dig it.
Now, you want to know
fucks with it.
You want to know break the fourth wall? You can see mine is like right here.
Yeah.
We were having some issues because of the bald head. It was like shining off it. It made it look like I had a laser pointer on my head. Yeah, we really gave some trouble to the lighting people.
And now they nailed it.
Nailed it. Yeah. Just off to the side, give a little ambiance here.
I think you look fantastic.
We're improving every day. You know?
Yeah. Working through the kinks, little by little.
Almost
1%.
there.
1%.
Almost there.
I hope they don't put this on pay-per-view. I think that would be a big mistake.
Please, God, don't. Please,
Yeah.
that would be the biggest mistake that they could do.
Right. I've seen a lot of people, Rick, say like, yeah, I'm down. You know, like I know these names. I think people basically are starving for something else. Again, not commentary on the UFC, the product, all that stuff. It's fine, especially when it's not at the apex. Like this weekend, great atmosphere, great moments, great fights, great results, great. But I just think that, you know, too much of a good thing sometimes could get a little cumbersome. And so now here you have something different with some familiar names. Like, all right, bring it on. Wow me. Impress me. I am interested. I am open to checking this out. let's see what happens. But I'm getting that sense from a lot of people that they're like, all right, I'll give this a shot. Of course, if they price it at like $69 on pay-per-view, I don't know how many people will do that, or they'll just be inclined to steal it.
They will get laughed out of the building if they do a $70 pay-per-view. You just make it free, let the people see what you got going on. Is there any argument to say that maybe 31 fights on one weekend is too
It's a lot. It's a lot. But
I think they're banking on that initial interest that you're talking about.
Yeah.
They're banking on, I recognize these names. It's a alternate product. They've made a splash, right? They continue to kind of make these announcements and have names that people recognize. I think people are willing to give them a shot. Now, what happens beyond that is going to be the more fascinating part, right? After the first show, after the second show, after they finish that weekend, what do the matchups look like?
Yeah.
How does everything go? And
what does GFL 7 look like?
That's when people are really going to have like a measuring stick for them. But at start, it's like it's intriguing, and people are going to tune in. Not on pay-per-view. Do not do it on pay-per-view.
no.
Please don't. Please.
Well, the reason I bring that up is if they can't get some kind of broadcast deal, they'll probably think, okay, if we put this on pay-per-view, we'll recoup some of these costs, right? If they have a deal, if they have a broadcaster, I'm not saying this is the broadcaster, but let's say it's the Zone, right? They seem to be the one, very much into this, combat sports world, and they've got the deal with PFL and obviously all the boxing and whatnot. Then you're good. You put that, behind the subscription paywall, you're good. But if you don't have one, if you're just selling it to pay-per-view, providers and whatnot, you're probably going to have to say to yourself, all right, let me put this out there for $30. And then I think you kill yourself.
You are better at this point with an awareness play, with a pure
100%.
give it to as many people as possible.
You know how much those cards are going to cost them?
So
those
much.
names? Those names are big names,
how
and
much
they're
of a
offering them
dent-
a lot of money.
Do you know how much money they'll make to
Yeah.
counterbalance
No, I
that?
know.
Zero.
But
None.
But we know how it goes. People are sitting around like, we got to get our money back somehow, right?
It
Yeah,
ain't going to be through pay-per-view, I'll tell
this
you
is
that
a-
much.
Here's how I'll put this. That thinking, that mentality that you're pointing to, I know is common. That's if you're in this for the short run. If you are just trying to make a splash and do an event and make that money back in the first, you're not in this for the long haul because you are going to lose a lot of money. That is how this business operates. You have to lose that money up front if you want to build a sustainable brand. You're going to have to invest. You're going to have to put that money in. On the back end, you have the potential to see the profits. In the UFC's version of that, they've seen immense return on investment and profits and things like that. If you have any hope to last in this game, you cannot be thinking about recouping a few $1,000s on the front end. You need to be thinking about, we need to put on sustainability and maintain these events and then make the money on the back end. Recouping that pay-per-view off the front one that nobody watches, death knell.
Can I ask you guys, of these 31 fights, which one is most intriguing to you?
For me, it's the Dylan Dennis, Tony Ferguson one.
Rick?
I think he's
Sorry.
I think he's
Come back to me.
Okay.
talking to our first guest. For me, it's the Dennis, Tony Ferguson, just because I want to see where both dudes are at. I mean, man, if Tony Ferguson loses, what would it be, his 9th straight loss, and it coming at the hands of at the hands of Dylan Dennis as well?
Can I give Dylan a compliment?
Sure.
Because I don't disagree. Dylan, he's always in his feelings. He's always sending me messages saying that I'm not nice to him and whatnot. Look at all these names, right? Look at all these legends on here. The fact that the most intriguing fight on this card isn't solely because of Tony. It's because of the intrigue surrounding him, the job that he has done selling himself, whether people want to admit it or not. He kind of took a sort of, I don't know, like a moral victory over KSI this past weekend because the fight didn't happen, and apparently KSI was out and about. Dylan posting a whole bunch of videos about this. I don't know where those were from, but apparently he was out and about and saying, like, look, the guy pulled out due to the sniffles. The fact that his fight might just be the most anticipated or talked about fight of all these 31 says a lot about what he has done to build himself up. And I know Tony is a part of that story as well, and he's beloved, but like we're talking Benson Henderson, Anthony Pettis, Faber, Barao, Holly Holm, Todd Duffy, Page, Gustafson, OSP, Verdum, on and on it goes. It's kind of a nod to him. It's a testament to what he's done. I hope he appreciates that. Good for him.
I'm with you on all that. I am. You mentioned Todd Duffy. The Todd Duffy Robles to Spain feels like a knockout waiting to happen.
Almost every single one of these fights
has a name that you recognize.
Yes.
Has a name that you know.
Now, again, you know, a lot of them are older. You know, a lot of them are, you know, going to command a lot of money. But let's see. All right. We'll talk more about this on the back end of the program with PT as well. But let's go to our first guest of the day. It's been a while since we spoke to him. It's been quite some time, almost a year. He was in our studio. We go all the way to the 305 and say hello to the pride of Miami, Cuban Jesus, street Jesus himself, Jorge Masvidal. Yeah. Where are we?
You messed up this time on my pronunciation.
Jorge.
And the last name, let's hear it. Let's hear the operating.
Masvidal.
Masvidal. Come on.
Masvidal, my bad. Where are you right now? Where are you?
Right now? Bro, you were getting all butthurt yesterday. Like, oh, you didn't text me back. I don't know what this means. I'm like, Ariel, man. Just I'm trying to get the time because I'm at this golf tournament. I'm like in the finals and shit.
You're in the finals of a golf tournament?
Here at the Trump, West Palm.
You're at Mar-a-Lago?
You know it?
Wow.
No, not Mar-a-Lago. West Palm.
Okay. What hole are you on?
One of the last ones.
And who's that other guy who just popped in?
Which one?
That face. I don't know. I saw a face that was just there.
Oh, there's a lot of faces.
Okay.
Mark Wahlberg's brothers making mean-ass burgers over there.
Wow, look at you. Hanging with the Wahlbergs? With Donnie?
Well, no, I don't think Donnie's here, but his brother's making some mean burgers.
Okay. You have a few minutes for us still?
Of course, man.
Okay. Jorge, a lot to talk to you. By the way, what are you shooting? What are we at?
What? I already did my shit. I'm just here to the mall for the finals, man. No,
Okay.
But, hey, listen, I don't know nothing about golf, man. I'm just driving this thing, making friends.
Okay, well, you look fantastic. It's a great shirt. I love everything about it.
But it's for a great cause. Towers and tunnels, brother.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yes, New York City.
Helping out those who've been impacted by 9/11. It's a great cause, so I was honored to be here. But your boy don't know nothing about no golf, except driving the cars.
Yeah, well, you look fantastic doing so. Jorge, next weekend, UFC back in Miami. I thought you were going to be on there. What happened?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that. We're gonna figure it out. I'm gonna get back. I don't know when exactly, but we're gonna figure that out.
But why not on that one? That seemed like a perfect spot for you.
You know, just a couple things here, a couple things there. Some things were off. So you know, more on mine than anything, not the UFC. So I just gotta get some things in order. We'll be shooting.
Okay, so what are you shooting for now?
Date? I don't have a date in mind. I'm just shooting for Leon's ass, bro. Let's go fix this saga, brother. We're always wanting to fight. Let's go fucking throw down like men, you know. Let me beat your ass and that's it.
You feel like the time is now, finally.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't getting any younger, as they say.
Yes.
She get me now. I don't know. Maybe if it happens.
What did you think of how he looked against Sean Brady last weekend?
You know, Sean Brady, it's surprising a lot of people, man, but the guy's tough, man. He's like a dog on a bone. He's not gonna quit. He gets into tough positions and he'll keep stepping on the gas, you know. And I think Leon felt that pressure and just kind of broke, like, man, I'm in a bad spot here. I'm not gonna get out of this unless I waste a ton of energy. And cause it felt like on some of those exchanges, he was just kind of like flabbergasted, you know. He couldn't deal with that pressure. He kind of gave up, you know.
I saw Dean Thomas say that he's lacking the heart these days. Do you agree with that?
I've always thought he's more of an athlete than anything. You know, he's a great athlete, he's a phenomenal athlete. He's not like a fight down in the mouthpiece type of fighter, you know. If the fight doesn't go his way, he goes more and more usually, you know, towards the wall. Whatever, man. Nobody's perfect, you know. I would just love to bust his ass up, though.
Yeah. I think it would be a great fight. There's a great story there. I mean, it's been 6 years since that happened.
You tell the UFC, make it happen, brother. Call your buddy Dana. Hey, yo, Dana, what's up, man? Make this happen real quick. That's it. How many fights have we made happen here, brother?
Man, we make a lot of fights, but you just linked up with the guy. You got the guy by your side. You got Ali. He can make it happen, no?
No, Ali is the man. He does get him on the horn. We're talking. That's what I'm saying. I'm not worried. You know, I got God Almighty with me. I got Ali. You know, it's gonna be all right. You know.
A lot of people were wondering if you'd come on. They were worried that you weren't going to come on because you're with Ali now.
You were worried about that. I told you boys always, man. We only got funny for like 3 weeks. Now that you asked, I'll tell all your members. 3 weeks he wasn't answering my calls, my text messages. I was like, all right, Ariel, I'll let you cool off.
No, I think you were texting the wrong number. But also, my boys on the show, they were talking mad shit about you. Remember?
That is true.
Tell them. This you said. You said, where'd you find these dorks?
That is true, bro. I said, where'd you find these dogs, bro? I never seen them before in my life till I seen them on your show, man.
Give them shit. Give them shit. Remind them who you are. Remind them.
I can't even talk to them. I don't know who they are, man. I'm talking to you. I came to do Ariel Helwani. So I
Okay.
don't know them dudes, man.
All right. They're good guys, though.
Man.
They actually love you. They love you.
I'm sure they do. A lot of people love me. I love everybody, bro. I love everybody, bro.
Yeah.
I gotta give you a hard time, man. Someone's gotta make your life a little tougher, bro.
No, I appreciate that. So you are going to come back this year, though. It is in the UFC.
Dude, yeah, it's in the UFC. Me and Ali gotta sit down, obviously, with Hunter, make this happen. But right now, there's not like an official plan. You know, look, all it would take is Leon to be like, all right, I signed up, let's go. Bam, we'll make it happen, you know. But there's not too many other fights out there that I really care for or want. You know, this is one of them. I'll do it. I'll fucking put everything aside and get my ass to the gym and ship out, you know. But if not, I mean, I gotta kind of make money too. So
Yeah. Do you know if they're interested in it?
Money.
I feel you. Do you know if they're interested?
The UFC, I love the UFC. I've learned so much, and man, in business and everything, and UFC never quite lets you know, bro. As much as you think you're buddy with them and you're next door neighbors to whoever the hell, you never know with the UFC, brother. So
Sure.
that's why I'm out here telling you right now, Leon, what your ass whoop. You don't need manager and all that shit, but when you do it, bro, just say word out, busting them out again, bro.
Let's go.
Nah, whatever, fuck it, man. I get it. Maybe it's, wants to take a lot of time off. I don't fucking know.
What's the perfect time frame? Like for you, when would you like to fight? Because he just fought, right?
Leon, dude, Leon's outside. I see him right now outside the parking lot. But Leon, there's no time frame, baby. Whenever you want to.
Yes. Okay. Let me ask you this: you had the boxing match in July, and that was your last competitive, endeavor. How come nothing since then?
Boxing is a tricky sport. I love boxing and stuff, but the politics in boxing, a lot of things in boxing that are tough. But anyways, I love MMA, man. That's my most fun thing. Not that I wouldn't do other boxing matches. I would if the right one came around.
Okay.
But MMA is the best shit ever.
Did they reach out to you about the KSI fight?
Not like with a formal deal. I don't know. KSI's got like 1 million people. They reached out some deal that I fucking laughed it all the way in the bank. I couldn't. If that was their offer, I'm like, well, we're never gonna work. Because you gotta pay for this dance party. You don't want to pay, I don't fuck.
Yeah.
But if KSI wanted to ask for, it was a real deal over. What they offered was like, I don't know, if I was like 2 years in the UFC and I got cut or something. I don't know, it's crazy. So. I wouldn't even entertain those dorks, man. These influencers, I could do that when I'm like 50. Right now, if I get a fight with like Leon, another real fighter, I would do it. What I mean by real, I mean that he's an actual fighter by trade, not these fucking influencer fuckers.
Yeah. So Leon's at the very top of the list. That's the one.
Leon's ass, bitch ass Kobe, always. I see him. That's another one too. Pow, pow. Wherever I see that guy, pow.
Did you see it? Did you see his last fight against Buckley?
I saw the highlights of it. I didn't see it in its entirety, but I saw the highlights of it. I liked it, but it busted his ass up.
Were you surprised?
Nah, I wasn't surprised. Been doing a lot of drugs and shit from what I hear, man. So it's catching up. And Carter's God-given ability, he had the only thing he had. Snorted it away.
Colby.
Yeah.
Wow. Surprising.
Not really. You take a deep dive into him. I mean, you can see it in the character, bro.
Right.
Fucking mess.
And what about Gamebred? Gamebred FC, Gamebred Bare Knuckle. What any shows coming up this year?
We're hoping to have one either May, June, South Florida. Don't know where exactly yet in South Florida. We got some visa issues to figure out, and then we're gonna have a hell of an amazing event. Some UFC veterans, some top-notch quality. We had a great Glory Kickboxer as well that'll be joining. So we're hopefully end of May, we're gonna have a fucking banger for everybody.
A bare knuckle MMA or boxing?
Bare knuckle MMA, that's the only thing. Bare knuckle MMA. I got some boxing shows coming up actually. And to all my motherfucking people, is gonna be at UFC Fight Week in Miami. We had a couple events. One of them is April 11th. Basically sold out already. Pull up anyways, man. We got some meet and greets and some shit happening in the city of Miami, so check it out.
Okay.
You gonna be here, Ariel?
I'm not going to be there,
You going to
no.
Miami?
No, I'm not going to
No.
be there. You know what I mean? I don't leave the house unless it's seven figs. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to get like you, brother.
You know what I'm saying? I don't pick up the phone unless it's 8 figs. You know, then I don't leave the house if it's 7 figs. You know what I'm saying? Come on, Jorge. You know what I'm talking about. By the way, what about Cain Velasquez? I saw you tweeting about him. Good or bad? What do you think? The way it all turned out. I mean, they were looking for 30 to life.
I mean, since you asked, fucking, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
California, that what's going on over there, it's the craziest thing to me. Kane is a good citizen, a tax-paying citizen, an American citizen, and they threw this guy in jail the first time immediately when it happened. Yet they have people that came into the country illegally, commit attempted murders, some even murders, go to jail, cashless bail, come back out, commit other crimes, and then finally get their asses. It's like, it doesn't make no sense. Now this guy goes and protects his kid. Yeah, I get it. It wasn't to everybody's liking or the California judging. You should handle yourself, but no man, and I'm gonna always say this, should touch anybody's kids. And if they do and you get killed, I ain't mad, bro. That dude should be dead. He hasn't even faced charges yet. The guy that touched his kid, not even behind bars. California's a fucking joke of a place. Like, I'll never fucking live there. I'll never even compete there as long as I live ever in my life. Not to give that horrible state any money, because the judicial system is fucked. They want you to rely on the government, and then when something happens over there and you do something in your own hands, oh, you're a fucking mass murderer and this and that. It's complete BS and hypocrisy, you know? I mean, it's still going on. They just started making stealing a crime again, because all the way up to like $1,000 you can go crazy, and that's why Walgreens, CVS have to leave all these places. But now a man protects his kid, and he's gonna get in trouble. No thanks, man. They gotta wipe away. They gotta vote all these people out of their seats over there in California. I hope they get it, man. After the fires and everything that's happened over there, it's time for a new wave of get everybody in their power out. The F out, man.
What would happen in Florida?
5 years for protecting these kids, bro.
Yeah, luckily it's short in time because he already did the time. But what about
nothing? He shouldn't have done a day.
Yeah, I know. I get it.
He should have got the other guy, send them the pedal out where they all get killed or something like that, and I said, bam, done with. Oh, you're a convicted pedal? Look, we can't let you reproduce and make any more of you weirdos, so look, we got to take you out of circulation.
I feel you. What would happen in Florida if that was in Florida?
I don't know, man. Be a lot of people going to war, making sure that Kane wouldn't be behind bars. I tell you that much. There'd be a lot of powerful lobbyists and people like that, because in Florida, don't fuck around, brother. You get shot in your melon, and no one telling.
By the way, your last fight was in California. Was it an awful experience?
Unfortunately, and it'll be the last one ever. I swear to you.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck how much money you give me.
Those guys. Your experience with those guys. What was it like? I haven't talked to you since.
What guys?
The promoters of that event.
At the current moment, I have to plead the fifth. We're gonna talk again like in 3 months, 2 weeks, and 4 days.
Okay. All right. That's very specific. That's a very specific time frame.
Very specific time, but we'll be talking anytime. Then I gotta plead the fifth.
Okay.
Everything's all gravy, baby.
I feel you. By the way, can I just ask?
You, Ariel?
What?
You getting jacked and shit again, bro? What's up?
I'm getting jacked.
Yeah, bro. You can lean and mean it.
You like that? Yeah, I've been working out. I've been doing some boxing.
Yes, sir. I seen, brother.
You need someone for
that pay-per-view. Is that pay-per-view still happening? You versus Stephen A?
Oh, come on, man! You see those punches from Stephen A? What's he doing, punching down low like that? I mean, I'm no super duper fighter, but even I know you don't hit mitts like that.
Stephen A got the hand-eye coordination, bro.
No, go on. Who would punch? Which kind of coach would tell you to punch down low like that? What is that? What is that? A nut punch?
Basically, they're just trying to get you to think he's bad, but he's really good, bro.
Oh, okay, all right. You'd favor him?
Over you. I can't pick nobody over you. You're my brother, man. I can't,
I appreciate it.
Steven's got. I seen Steven behind closed doors. He's not bad, bro. He can throw, man.
Nah, Stephen A's the man.
It's all for show. He's acting like he can, but he can throw, bro.
Hey, by the way, we were just talking about this GFL. Did they reach out to you too?
They did reach out to us. I think they had some preliminary talks, but I just want to finish at the UFC. The UFC takes great care of me. I've always said it. I'll always still say it. Fighter pay this and that. Could we get more? Yeah, of course. Who doesn't want to get paid more at their fucking job? But are they the best company in the world, bar none? Nobody comes close. Yes, there's nothing like the UFC in the entire world. Taking care of the fighters, compensating them, everything. So if it's up to me, the gracious of God, I'll probably finish out my career in the UFC. And if I'm not in the UFC, it's because I'm getting like fat ass check, brother.
Yeah. But I wonder if the experience with the other guys last year, Fanmio, makes you appreciate the UFC more.
I've always appreciated the UFC. But after my experience with Fanmio, fighters should be thanking God that he sent the UFC to us, because there's a lot of non-UFC, straightforward, straight edge type of companies out there. There's a lot of them out there, especially in the world of boxing. Oh my gosh, that is a wild, wild west of that. Gotta be careful in that world.
Well, but can I ask Jorge, what is the motivation? Like, why even put your body through a training camp? Why do this? We remember your fight in 23. That was in Miami. It was the perfect send off. Why even come back for any of this?
I'll be missing it a lot, And then in the back of my mind, it's like there's certain guys that will come back for. Leon's that guy, so if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I don't mind it either. I turned professional at 18, and I've been doing it for a minute now. I had fun. I had all my time to shine. If I get more time added to that clock, thank you God Almighty, thank you Jesus. But at the same time, if I don't get the things I want the way I want it, doesn't matter if I walk away right now. I've had the best memories a man can have from this sport.
Oh, so if you're not just gonna come and fight some like random guy?
No, hell no, bro.
Okay.
That makes no sense to me.
Or if they try to like put you in against like some 22-year-old to build his name off of you, you're not there. You're there for fights that make sense to you, strategic fights, big fights.
And this fight makes sense to me, to the UFC, because at the same time, me beating this 22-year-old or whatever, I mean, it's a big gamble for the UFC. If he loses, it's like, damn, we messed up our next star, our next up-and-coming star. And I've done it to UFC numerous times, over 10 times. So they probably don't want to gamble that with too much either. But I just think the Leon match,
that's the one.
Makes sense. Everybody wants to see it. We can make it happen. Cool. If not,
do you think he wants it?
Golfing. I don't know where his mind's at. I don't know where his headspace is at. Maybe right now he's at the point he's like, I don't want to see a shadow. I don't want to fight anybody. He doesn't want to see a punching back in sight. Or maybe he's got the fire in his ass. And he's like, yeah, man, I wanted somebody to call me out. Let's go. I'm about to find out.
And for you, like the way you spent, your time, your mind, your days, not having that thing to train for, to shoot for, do you feel a void? That's what a lot of athletes say, right? When it all just kind of stops, they feel that void and it gets them down.
No, it definitely gets you down. I keep myself active all day, and I got my son with me. Good majority of the time he's with me Monday through Friday, so between work and my son, I keep myself active, and then I get in the gym always, at least once, when I'm lucky, twice a day, So.
Oh, wow.
It's a lifestyle you got to do, man.
So you're in shape.
I need it for the headpiece of gym. I need to sweat a little bit, get all that bad energy out of me, and then go about my day,
Yeah. By the way, what about your boy Horiguchi? You saw he's back in the UFC.
It's funny because me, Brown, and Dan Lambert were talking about it. Like, how crazy would it be if they would just take Horiguchi back? Like, they don't understand it. Boom. Because I see this guy spar every day to this day. Man, like, he's impressive. He can beat everybody. He can beat them.
Oh, man, what am I boring you or what? Am I boring you?
No. Long night, early morning, man. I just come from Miami here. I woke up like at 6:50 in the morning. I went to sleep like at 3 in the morning.
Damn.
Listen, Kyoji can do everything. Can wrestle, can grapple, can kick, can punch. I haven't seen many guys in the world do it. I'm glad he's coming over to the UFC where he'll get tough. He's a little bit older, but I don't think it's going to matter. I think he can get another belt for us. And we're going to have a hyper-competitive team at 125, 135 pounds. So you got some real killers coming up now. Pantoja's, everybody knows. the best of the best as well. One of the fucking best ever, man. You know, we got a lot of good talent at that point.
That's the interesting thing. Pantoja's there too at ATT, and he's the champ. What do you think happens if they fight?
You know, I've seen these guys spar maybe over 20 times because I'm
Wow.
not gonna lie to you. When these guys spar, I'll stop what I'm doing, especially nowadays.
Yeah.
I gotta watch these guys because they're both so good at everything, you know. And all I can tell you from the matches that I've seen, pay per view, fight of the night, every freaking time. And it's gonna be amazing, you know. It's probably gonna I can envision that happening, you know. Kyoji taking over, cleaning out his side of the division, and fighting Pantoja at some point. And it's gonna be crazy. Or maybe they don't fight because they are very, very, very good friends. Maybe they never fight. I can see that happening as
Oh,
well.
they're actually
But if
close.
they did, yeah. But if they did, man, it'd be one for the ages. Those guys are both so skilled, so mean, and will not take a seat back to nobody. Won't take a step back. Those guys are killers, man.
I'll ask you a couple more, and then I'll let you go. Just want to ask you about Ilia Topuria. What do you think of this young man moving up to 55? Do you think he beats Islam?
Islam's got massive size on him. You know, the strength department, I think, because of the size, he'll feel that. You know, and he's never felt a guy like Islam. All that being said, I'll bet the house on Ilya, bro. I don't know why, man. I really like Islam. I got a lot of respect for him, man. The way he grapples and then his strikes are powerful. You know, every fight, he's getting a little bit cleaner, more efficient with the stand up. But Ilya, I've been telling you for a while, he's got the it factor, and him being bulked the way he did, I was like, wow, okay. Even by my standards, he surprised me because I thought he could beat bulk, but not like that. And then when the Max fight came, you know I'm the biggest Max fan there is, so I was like, man, I'm heartbroken in this one because I love both these guys, you know. And the way that Ilya just showed up and showed out on Max, it let me know, like, man, he's every bit of who he says he is. And I think his speed and power and athleticism at 155 right now, I think for Isham's gonna be tough, man. He's not gonna just be able to like get his hands on him and be able to take him down. I've seen Ilya in the mat, in the room with decorated good wrestlers. I'm talking about MMA guys. I'm talking about with good wrestlers, good Greco guys, great freestyle guys. I've seen him with good collegiate guys in as well. This guy can scramble. When he doesn't want to get taken down, he can turn into a cat. It's not easy to take him down, and he still keeps his power after these exchanges. He'll get into big grappling exchanges. His hands stay heavy, and that's when you're gonna feel him the most. So I'm a betting man. I would bet heavy on Ilya. Probably not the safest bet, you know, but that's what I'd be betting on.
I like the breakdown. Give me one more. Aspinall Jones.
This is a fight that I want to see bad, but
Yes.
I want to see this fight. You know, I want to see this fight, and I know that they're you know Jones is doing what he has to do. You know, play it out, get as much money as he can. You know, is it gonna happen? Is it not gonna happen? But I want to see it though. I don't want it to be like the Ngannou fight. I want Dana White and company. You say Jones is the greatest fighter ever in every interview you get, and every like the glazing's never been seen before like that with Dana White, right? Well, pay the man whatever the f he wants. Make this happen with. What are we waiting for? He's signed under your promotion. Everybody wants to see it. Dana White says John Jones is the greatest ever. He also says Aspinall is cleaning house right now, one of the best guys right now. Let's make this fight happen. You know, and it reminds me also of like when John Jones was gonna fight Shogun. Shogun could have been like, I'm not gonna fight John Jones. Like, you know, young killer. If I beat this guy, no big deal. But if I lose to him, oh my gosh, it's all over. And Shogun gave Jones that fight. So I also want to see Jones give Tom that chance and like, yeah, you want to get your ass whooped? Let's go. I'm going to show you that I'm still better, you know, and blah, blah, blah. Or if not, there'll be a change of guard because with Tom Aspinall, brother, he has the freaking ability to just. Sergey was training a long time at ATT, and this guy is good on the feet, man. Good chin, fast, explosive, good reflexes. And Tom did away with him, man. Like, boom, boom. Like he owed him money, brother. So Tom's got that ferocious right hand, great footwork, and he's a big heavyweight, natural heavyweight. I think he's gonna cause John some problems to take this guy down, man. It's not gonna be easy. But can you bet against John Jones? I don't know, brother. Is it smart? Hell no, you know. So in that fight, I don't know. I probably lean with John, but this is a fight I want to see, man. At all costs, we got to see this one.
So you're picking Tom?
No, I said John, brother.
Okay,
But
okay.
if there's somebody that'll beat John, it's Tom.
Okay, got it.
And the guy's got it, and how could you bet against John? He's got so many tools, and so he's been doing it for so long. But if there was a guy to beat him, it's probably this dude right here, man.
You gonna show us the swing before we go? Show us the swing.
Oh, yeah, like boom.
That was a perfect response. Jorge, you're the man. Masvidal.
Masvidal.
Yeah. Hey, everyone's jumping on the bare knuckle thing now, but we remember who was there first. You?
I've been there first.
You and this guy.
Especially, what I hate hearing is this fucking midget's name, bro, little short guy, talking about take the gloves off and fight, bitch. Motherfucker, the only time you did that was at a fucking bar with an old man. Your boy here's been taking these things off and throwing down since before TVs had color. So get the fuck out of my face. And you tell your dog friend over there, Ariel.
Yes.
So shut his mouth when he's talking to me. I love you guys. I gotta go, man. I'm about to take first place right now, man.
There he is, Jorge Masvidal. At first, I was like, "Who's he talking about?" But then I remembered he was talking about. I think he was talking about Conor McGregor there, right? That's what I think he was talking about. Great stuff from Jorge, live from the golf course. I heard he's a par 74. I don't even know if that makes sense. Scratch?
It does not make
high,
sense.
right?
What's that?
No, it doesn't make any sense.
Well, what do you say if someone's a scratch? What?
Yeah. Hey, like a 2 or 3 handicap would make
He's
sense.
a 2 or 3 handicap.
Yeah.
Par 74 would be the golf course.
Yeah, but there's no par 74s.
2.
70, 71, or 72.
What?
Yeah.
No 73.
No, 73.
4, 5, 6.
No.
Highest to 72.
Yeah.
Wow.
Standard
Why is that?
Courses 70, 71, 72. Because you got to get a proper mix of the par 3s, 4s, and 5s.
So if he's above 72, let's say he's a 87, that means he's a scratch 15.
No. Handicap is a complicated metric. You got to put a lot of rounds into it to find the handicap.
Is he a bogey or an eagle?
He would definitely. That'd be much closer to bogey golf. If you're playing eagle golf, you should be on the tour.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I was hoping to get a little, I don't know, a little Happy Gilmore from Jorge.
I think he thought you were asking to throw a punch, not.
You think so?
Yeah, not.
Damn. I think it was just a good response.
Okay. All
All
right.
right. Let's move along now. Later in the program, Mike Perry will join us, another guy who likes a little bare knuckle, and Urijah Faber, who we just found out is officially going to headline that, I guess it would be that first GFL show against Renan Barão. But first, let us say hello to someone who was victorious this past Saturday. A great scene, a great fight, a tremendous fight, a dominant win for her, back in the win column. And it was great for her to get a win back home in Mexico. She is Maria Guadalupe Godinez Gonzalez, a.k.a. Lupita Godinez, a.k.a. Loopy Godinez. There she is. Hello, Loopy. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing great. Congratulations on the win. A big win for you. I heard you say afterwards, the media was asking you, you had lost 2 in a row. Did you feel pressure, this, that, and the other? And you said, no pressure, all good. Is that in fact true? You didn't feel anything, any weight from those 2 losses?
It's not fun to lose, but at the same time, if you're just putting that in your back, like the whole time, you're not going to have a great performance because you're going to be more focused on that than the fight and all of the training that I have been done. So what I just work on it and did, it was trusting my training, trusting everything my coaches were telling me to do. And I was feeling great. I was feeling really confident because of the way I was training, because of the way I had all my rounds that I was doing. And that really helped me to not really put that in the back of my head and to be so stressed because of that.
You know what kind of blew me away? That was your 18th pro fight. I couldn't believe you had never fought in Mexico before.
No, never. It's my first time, and it was amazing. It was amazing. The energy is crazy. People are amazing. This everything. It was just so good.
And what about that? Obviously that brought excitement, that brought buzz, joy. Did that bring any extra pressure? Did you feel, I got to win my first fight back home?
All I wanted to do, I wanted to perform my best. I wanted to show the best version of myself. And I wanted to be able to do everything I've been working on the gym. And and like a lot of the stuff that I did, it was just like a copy paste of what I was doing every day. So I'm really, really happy and really pleased with everything.
And then the performance was incredible. What a fight. The slams, the action, even, most people thought as you're watching, you're up 2-0. And then the third round, you don't take a step back. You don't take your foot off the gas. You kept going. And I think you got praise for that, and rightfully so, but we don't always see that. And so I would imagine the entire body of work, the entire fight, you have to be very, very happy with.
Yeah, definitely. People, like this. I mean, everyone works so hard to buy a ticket to get into a to a show. But of course, I couldn't let that like runaway thing or do something like that when people work so hard to buy a ticket and to be there. And I had families flying, coming from different cities, and friends from cities and countries just to watch me. And of course, I wanna just get everything out there in the cage, and that's what I wanted to do, and that's what I try my best to do.
Difference between you on Saturday and the previous two fights in terms of the way you fought, your mentality? Is there something, or is it just on the night, the matchup, whatever?
Yeah. Well, I learn from every lose, every win, and every loss. And we always trying to get things from there, and to just be better myself, and just to be the better athlete, to better. Like I have so much to fix for this things that I didn't do or I did that I need to fix this fight. So we're gonna work on those. The things that I did great, that's amazing, but there is a lot of stuff I can change too, and get better. And also like my team, like I did my full camp here in Canada, in Vancouver, and everything, it was great. I had my sister helping me since I started my camp until the day of the fight. It was amazing. My coaches here were able to just do everything for me. All I had to do is show up and work, and I had no worries whatsoever. So that was really, really nice, and I just did my work.
It's rare to go viral twice in a 15-minute fight, but I think you did. Once for the slam. The slam was incredible, but then there was like an interaction in between rounds. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
What can you tell us your side of the story here? Because I see sometimes the captions, they don't get it right. Is there anything you could say about it, or?
Yeah. So now that I'm putting a lot of the stuff together, everything starts to make sense. So I was pretty much sick when I got into the fight. So when I went for a walk, and then I was getting the chills.
Oh no.
I tell my coach, like, "Oh, I'm so cold. Like I feel weird." And then he's like, "Oh, probably your fat is so low. My body fat is so low, and then I was like, oh, maybe when it's shades, when there is not the sun hitting me, I was like, maybe it's that." So I was just thinking of that, but it was like weird chills when you're getting sick, kind of.
Yeah.
But I was like, there is no way I'm putting in that into my brain that I'm getting sick right now. Like, no way. I'm not doing that to myself. So I was like, oh yeah, maybe I'm just cold. My body fat is too low. But then I could wait. Well, I could wait and deplete myself, whatever. Then after when I go and weigh in, I go back, and then I started dehydrating, and I didn't eat everything. I do this always. And then my stomach, it wasn't feeling great when I started hydrating. I'm like, oh, it's okay. It's just probably because my body is trying to assimilate from nothing to some food and drinking, right? I was like, I'll get better. Then I went to sleep, and then my stomach is still not feel great, and I was having the sheds, I guess, all of that Friday day, and then overnight, and then in the morning, and then before coming out of coming out of the dressing room to go to the fight. When I went to change again, and then I'm like, oh wow, okay. Then, but I just didn't say anything. I was just like, just suck it up, like it is what it is. And then in the cage in the second round, I just felt something, and then I'm pretty. When I say things, I just say like I just when something is happening, I just said it like that, like with no filters, I guess.
Yeah.
So that would come out and happen. The camera, I was right here.
Oh,
My
geez.
right here, and then my coach, like his face is so funny. He's like, but yeah, I mean, it happened, and it's great. I don't care. Like, it's what it is. Fighters and humans go through it, and it's just some people talk more than others, and it just happened that way.
So knowing all of this, it makes the performance that much more impressive. So were you feeling it throughout the entire fight? Were you feeling sick?
No, I wasn't feeling sick through the fight, but obviously, talking with my team now and everything is like, well, that makes sense that I didn't have the nutrition that I needed, I guess, this whole time. Yeah, it makes it sweeter, it makes it great. And no excuses, I wasn't gonna let that go, the opportunity go, if that makes sense.
And so now, are you okay? Are you feeling better?
My stomach still feels weird, but I feel like it's a little bit better than the past days. So
Okay.
I think we're clearing out, I hope.
This feels like every athlete's worst nightmare. Have you ever experienced anything like this before?
No, never. It's the first time. That's why I was like, well, I was trying to think why did I do different, but like nothing, other than different country, like in Mexico. But I don't like the first time ever happened. So yeah.
I feel like I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask, like, how close do you think you actually were to a big accident in the fight?
If it was 5 rounds,
Oh my God.
that would be rough.
Wow.
Yeah. I was, I just try not to think about it and like just, I don't know, like go like this.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
But like, everything was fine. I didn't do it in the cage.
Well
It was
done.
great.
Wow. I got to say, it makes the performance that much more spectacular, if you ask me. Like, it was already a dominant, fun, exciting, energetic performance, and knowing you were battling all of this, well done. Well done.
Thank you.
We heard about Joe Pyfer. He got sick too. You heard about him?
I did hear about it, yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if he was dealing with the same thing.
Yeah, maybe the same. I think someone did mention that it was a bug going around, and even my coach, one of my coaches, is sick today. Like he said, he got the runs.
Oh, no.
So maybe he just hit it later. I was depleting myself to make the weight and all of that, and then he is just feeling it now.
By the way, did you have the water?
No, I don't drink water from there.
But I wonder, because like you're from Mexico, so does your body adapt, or has it been too long? How do you feel about the water?
Well, I am from Mexico, but like I live in Canada.
Yeah. I just
So,
didn't know
like-
if you had the extra, DNA to be able to battle the water, because they always tell
Right.
us don't have the water when you go there.
Yeah, like I hear even from Mexican people that live there, like do not drink the water.
No one.
Like no. Yeah, so I don't know if they have like something more special, in their stomach with that
Yes.
once you there. But definitely, I guess I didn't have it this time.
Did you check out the PI, the PI in Mexico City, and how would you compare it to the Vegas one?
It's amazing. They are doing an amazing job. The athletes there, the coaches that are there, the nutrition people, everyone is so kind, so nice, always so helpful, and yeah, it's like this. It's different. The Vegas one is a bit bigger, I think. Yeah, it is bigger. But this one is also so like nice because it's smaller, so you get to see and know everybody.
Mm-hmm. You mentioned your sisters. We remember Anna representing Canada at the Olympics, and this was right after your fight in Abu Dhabi. Did you end up getting, and there she is, representing Canada so well. Did you end up getting to go over there after the fight in Abu Dhabi?
Yeah, I had the opportunity to go and watch her, and it was an amazing experience. So proud of her.
Is she going to transition to MMA?
This camp, she was my main training partner. She was my nutritionist, my main training partner, my strength and conditioning, and she got to be in my corner, which was amazing. It was amazing to be sharing with her all of this, the whole process, and she's liking it. She's enjoying it. She still have some stuff to do with wrestling until September, I believe, and like we will pick from there. But she's training. She's adding things. She's learning a lot, and I'm really excited for her future.
So you think likely that she'll follow in your footsteps?
Yeah.
Amazing. And what about your other sister, Carla?
Carla, I don't think she will follow like into the MMA world. I think she's a little bit maybe more normal. I'm gonna call it that way.
But she wrestles too, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, but she doesn't have that different that.
Yeah, no, I think she's sticking more with wrestling. I'm not sure if she wants to go to the Olympics again. I'm trying to do that, but for now, no MMA.
Okay. It's incredible. The three of you. Are there any other siblings? Do you have any brothers?
I have another sister, but she's normal. She has
Complete normal.
3 kids. I think she wants another one. She's married with. She lives in America. She lives in Georgia.
Oh wow! And so no wrestling, no fighting, no athletics for her.
No, she's just a mama bear.
Well, why do you say normal? Why do you say that? Why do you consider that normal when what you do is superhuman? It's your passion.
Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, she's a different human because she has the babies.
Yeah.
That's 2 different superhumans, I guess.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah.
And by the way, they announced on Saturday they're returning to Mexico in September 13th. In I'm going to try to say this right, Guadalajara.
Mm-hmm.
Más o menos.
Right.
Any chance you'd be on that one, or is that too far away? Do you want something in between?
I would like to fight something sooner. That would be amazing. But obviously, that's not in my hands. That's in UFC hands. But I would like to come back sooner, definitely.
Okay. Well, welcome back. Congratulations. Great win. Great fight. Great to have you on. And welcome back to the winner's circle, as I say. I know you say you didn't care about wins, losses, things like that, but it was a great performance to get you back on track. So well done, and felicidad.
Felicidades.
Yeah, damn it. I screwed that up. Thank you, Loopy. All the best to you.
Thank you so much.
There she is, Loopy Godinez. And yes, Guadalajara with a fantastic poster. Look at this poster right here. This poster is amazing. And they're going to do UFC, Noche UFC. Look at this. Golly. Why can't all the posters be this cool? Look at that. Different, fun, captures the essence.
They can be.
You know what? You're right.
Even has the sponsor in there. I mean,
Sponsor, but it fits. It all fits.
Yep.
So this would be what? $320, I think?
Yeah.
$320. What's the main for that? Like if you're doing it in Mexico, there's like it can't be Marab versus Sugar Sean. Like it actually has to, I think, right? It has to be. Is it a Brandon Moreno? No.
I don't think that's main, right? That might be a good co-main.
It's weird. It's like there was this stretch there where they had Grasso as champ, they had Moreno as champ, they had Yair as interim champ, and now they don't have that anymore. And now they're doing these shows. I know it doesn't always work out that way.
I think that famous picture of them all with the belts. I think they all lost them in the very next fight.
Damn.
I think
still a ways
the
away.
new model is big headline attraction.
Yeah.
Fill it out with roster of
Sure.
local heroes.
I mean, man, potentially, if it works out for him, a Diego Lopez title defense.
You know what? I mean, yeah, he's fighting in
If he
April.
wins,
that would actually be
that's a
perfect.
no-brainer.
If he wins.
Yeah, you're right. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that would be incredible. Lopez against Evloev too.
Yeah, there it is. First title defense.
By the way, shout out to Loopy. I mean, not a lot of people would talk so openly about the struggles there, you know?
Yeah, as someone that's done it himself, shout out to the Gorgonzola.
Did it bring back memories?
No.
Smith and Walensky.
Yeah,
Could you imagine
definitely.
fighting in that state?
No.
Yo,
Nah, there's nothing I would.
the thing
I would
is,
do.
like, you're slamming people, you're doing these incredible feats of athleticism. Like, if you got to go, like, that's incredible to have the kind of, I don't know,
and the way
composure, strength.
the way she's describing it too, in between rounds 2 and 3, and like how sick she was. It's not like hey, I just need to use the bathroom. It's just like,
Yo.
I gotta go. It's like, well, you got 5 more minutes.
And by the way, that fifth round, excuse me, not the fifth round, the last 5 minutes, the third round
Was crazy.
was crazy.
Yeah.
God forbid. I mean, can you
God
imagine?
forbid.
Yo, could you?
Was she rocking white on Saturday?
I don't know, man. I don't remember.
One of them was.
Yo.
It might have been Polastri.
I get this question a lot. They're like,
Polastri was rocking white. She was rocking black. Smart choice.
people ask me all the time, you go 3 hours, 4 hours. This is my worst nightmare.
What would you do? You're in a loopy situation. You got 2 interviews to go.
Yeah.
In your head, you're saying that to yourself. What would you do? A quick commercial break.
Everyone would know why.
Feign technical difficulties.
I would
All
ask
right, next up, we'll get.
I would ask you guys to take over. Yo,
Mike?
handle this one real quick.
Yeah.
Put up that sign
Yeah. Yeah, man. We'll be,
The slate,
the
yeah.
Ariel Helwani show will be right back.
with the bars and tones. Man. Is it I don't know. I was debating mid-interview. Is it inappropriate to talk about this?
Nah, man.
It's just life, right? I think it's
just life. It's a life. Everyone gets sick.
right.
I'm surprised you didn't tell her the story about when you were in Egypt.
I thought of it.
You should have.
We can call her back.
I didn't want to
Be
make
like,
it too
"Hey,
much about me and my
Hey,
brother.
Loopy, just sorry to bring you back real quick. I just had to tell you quick.
I don't think my brother knows that I speak about this story so much because remember, it didn't happen to me. Oh, it did happen to me with the other thing. Yes, that's right.
Wait, there's more than one story.
Yes, I forgot about that. Maybe
Shit and more on the Ariel Helwani show.
we cover it all. No filter. Let's talk to our next guest who may have a story or two as it pertains to this particular subject. He is the face of Dirty Boxing Championship. He is the face of BKFC. He is the king of violence. He is the man himself, and quite frankly, I feel like I miss seeing him in action. We haven't seen him in almost a year. Let's check in with the platinum one, Mike Perry, who's kind enough to join us on this Monday afternoon. Hello, Mike. Mike, we were just by the way, is that a shirt of your wife? Bro, this is next level. You've got one of those shirts of your wife.
Yeah, dude, I love her.
That's amazing. Where did you get that?
I made
Topic?
it online.
Oh, you made it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I love it. It's like the old school now that everyone's wearing with the big faces and the graphics and all that.
Yeah, I'll be ordering stuff on Instagram. What's up, dude? Haven't seen you in a while.
Mike, we were just talking. We had Loopy Godinez. She told us she had like a stomach issue in her fight on Saturday. She had to go to the bathroom. She had the runs, this and that. Have you ever experienced something like this? Like, she was quite open about it. She thought if it went 5 rounds, she would have been in trouble, like serious trouble. Have you ever dealt with this?
In the fight, no. I've never had a problem in the fight. Like, my stomach be hurting before the fight,
Yeah.
but never in the fight have I had that problem.
Okay, good. All right, I was just wondering if you had a story. All right, Mike. Yeah, it's been a while, man. It's been a while, and you just had a fantastic show. In fact, I just got some incredible stats from your team. I'd like to read them. So you had DBX 1, Dirty Boxing 1. The first one a few months ago was kind of like a soft launch, right? Like a pilot, if you will.
Yeah, back in November.
Yeah, this one, not this past weekend, 2 weekends ago in South Florida was amazing. Up to 10.5 million streams, had 50,000 concurrent streams, and was available in 3 languages, English, Spanish, and Portuguese. So that's quite the debut. You had Yoel, obviously, in the main event. Tremendous win for him once again. You had Andrei Arlovsky in there as well. Big win for him. How do you feel? 1 official show in the books, 2, I guess, total in the books. How do you feel?
Big stuff, man. I'm grateful to be, the face of it, and I thought that the fights were very Mike Perry-esque as far as entertaining and like the rule set and the styles and the matchups with the brawling force of the action. I thought it was very entertaining. I got my commentary debut.
Oh, yeah.
I think I did all right. And we had Jason Anik in there, who was freaking just as good as his brother. And shout out to Brennan Tobin, too. He was our play-by-play, running it through the night. And I was just stepping in with little commentary here and there. I had a great time. It was nice to be able to watch the fights and not be sidetracked by all the people trying to talk to me. No offense. I love it sometimes when a fan comes up and they're authentic and they're appreciative of my past events. But, I had the headphones on. I was just watching the fights up close, trying to get some blood and sweat on me up there in the ring. And, we had great performers like Yoel and Andre. And there was other guys too, and these guys put their hearts on the line. some girls too. They fought hard, and it was a banger show, banger first event for a company to come out that way, and we got a lot of attention. And I hope it means lots of endorsements moving forward, lots of eyes and attention on us, and DBX2 is sure to be even bigger.
When do you think that will be?
We were working on dates, and I've had a vacation planned since January with my family, and that's super important to me. So, I got my financial advisor calling me. Excuse me, sorry, I'm hanging that up real quick. I'll call him back.
Okay.
But yeah, because I'm making big moves, literally, and but the vacation with the family is very important to me. So we're looking for a date right now, not in April, but in the next couple months. And I got a call yesterday about a possibility for me to get a last minute matchup, and we'll see what happens with that. That was the call yesterday I got, and we'll see if that comes through today.
That would be a last-minute matchup for you on a DBX card or on another card?
Well, there's options out there for me. I mean, even Conor McGregor was saying Mike Perry needs to come home, and he said something about having a fight with me even at some point, and he thinks it would be a great fight. That's not here right now. Obviously, he's booked up with the UFC. They're using that, and I know BKFC has been working on something. An opponent may have said he needed X amount of time. We're trying to see how much time that is. Today, a lot of questions were supposed to be answered about certain things. And then I got this random call yesterday, so I know, and it wasn't about DBX. We would like to get in the DBX ring at some point this year. It has to make sense. I mean, I've been sitting down, like you said, almost a year now, and with the business and everything that's moving. Also, Platinum Tequila is coming out. I'm the face of Platinum Tequila. That we're about to drop big news on that. There it is. It's such a beautiful bottle. The bottle's going to steal the show everywhere you go. That bottle will be in all the clubs and all the happy, fun time places with people, just celebrating and having a good time. But, with all these business moves I got going on, if I could lock down a time frame and it looks like I might be getting this last minute call, which I said yes to, then it's just in the gym preparing, and nothing's going to take me out of that zone. I'll be in the gym twice a day, focused on what it is I need to do, and I'll be handling all the other businesses through email and however else I can, Zoom call meetings and things like that. But, very busy these days, and I'm very grateful for it, and I'm working hard.
I'd love to see it. This last minute one, can I ask who would it be against?
Well, why not? Just for you, Ariel.
Yeah.
KSI is out.
Yeah.
Dylan Dennis wants to fight MMA.
Okay.
I'm saying yes, but we got to see what Mams is coming up with over there in Misfits. And they're changing it completely because he was going to fight KSI in what, boxing?
Yeah, but that was supposed to be this past weekend, March 29th.
Yeah, it looks like, the date changed a little bit, but
okay,
might not be too far away. I might get in trouble for dropping that, but
they love us. They love us.
Why not? Let's go, man. So I said yes to fighting Dylan Dennis in MMA.
Oh, damn.
But they got to come correct. They got to come correct. It's the last minute call. They want to make the fight happen. Let's do it.
He's got a fight that they just announced today against Tony Ferguson on May 25th. Would this be before that?
Yeah, I heard about that with the GFL.
Yeah.
Tony Ferguson, I mean, that's good. Maybe he doesn't want to risk that fight. And it depends on if BKFC wants to risk anything. Dennis is going to try to grab my foot, and I'm going to try to soccer kick him in the face for sure.
Would it be in April?
Pride rules, baby. Yeah, it would be in April.
And this would
I'm
be.
going to get in so much trouble.
No, you're not. They love us. And this would be Misfits MMA?
Yeah.
Wow. They haven't done that before.
Shout out Mams, bro. Dylan wants it. Dylan's been wanting it and hasn't had a scrapper. And with 4-ounce gloves, and I'll just stop them takedowns, he going to have to pull guard. And I got some ground and pound too, so let's do it.
Would it be in the UK or here?
Good question. I didn't ask those questions when the call came through.
Okay.
I was just like, yeah, let's see what we can make happen. Gotta come correct though. It's gotta make sense for all parties involved. There's so much it entails with BKFC, DBX, and Misfits, and so it has to make sense.
There's a lot of follow-ups that I want to ask you, but you did mention Conor McGregor's comments about you. I just want to play them real quickly for those that may have missed it. Maybe you need a refresher and then get your thoughts on them, all right?
Yeah, mine was only hearsay. Let's hear it.
All right, let's hear it. Here's Conor.
I was just wondering, we got the king of violence, we got the king of the streets, and you being the king of combat sports, is there any interest in going in for the king of violence belt in the future?
Who has got the king of violence belt? Jeremy Stevens?
It would be Platinum Mike Perry. You already scared Jeremy Stevens out of here. He's got the gloves
thing with
on
the
again.
big soft gloves. I don't know what he's doing. It was what's it called? The dirty stuff. The dirty. Yeah, it's all right. He should come home. Mike should come home. You know what I'm saying? He still shows love to the game, and we'll always have love for Mike Perry for sure. And yeah, me and Mike would be a great fight for sure, 100%.
Okay, so a couple follow-ups there. He's got the padded gloves, the dirty thing. He mentioned dirty boxing, but then it says he would love to have you back home. So this seems like a more positive tone as opposed to the one that we heard last July.
I mean, all respect to Conor for everything he's done, and he promotes quite well. He was just in the White House. I don't know why the hell he shaved his hair the night before he went into the White House looking all crazy. Could have got a nice haircut, all that money you got, and I don't know, you were trying to clean yourself up, or when your beard or your hair gets itchy and you're like, when I was 19 I did that. I'm like, I'm just gonna buzz cut my hair. And he's maybe he's trying to make it sound because BKFC is working, right? So it's like they've been working. He tried to say, oh, you're fired, and then you haven't seen me back. And then now he's saying, oh, come home, and now you're about to probably see me get a deal with them again. And, my deal's always been on the table. My contract, I still had 3 fights left that I would like to fight. I would like to fight those fights. And like I said, it has to make sense. The company's been doing... they've been working with other big companies. They have to speak with other companies sometimes in order to get the things they want done. But like I was saying, he said that because maybe now you're about to see me come back. So then it kind of looks like he is leading the way over there. And, everyone says it. The fans say it. You're not seeing it the way that you do when Platinum steps in there.
Why weren't you on that Knucklemania card in January? That seemed like the perfect card for you.
I believe they were trying to get the right opponent, and they have to make deals with other companies. A lot of these fighters, they sign these contracts and they get themselves into situations where they're not able to compete when they want. They're not their own bosses. They are owned. And the beauty about my contract that I have lots of wiggle room to move around any way that I'd like with my management. First Round Management does the best deals in the game, period. The cowards are not to be messed with. And, I'm backing them 100%, just like they back me. I'll go to bat for those guys.
Just want to ask you, very pointed, because you're always very open with us. Are you referring to a Robbie Lawler fight? And is it possible that now that's going to happen?
Yeah, man, I think that's gonna happen. I tried to, put a little fire under his butt the other night. I was saying, "You dead meat, son."
Where?
You want to come over here? He's a tough fighter. I said it on Instagram.
Okay.
I tried to tweet it. I couldn't find his Twitter. Is it still called Twitter? I don't call it X.
Yeah,
That's
it's weird.
silly.
Yeah.
It's tweets to me. But, yeah, they apparently, I've been hearing this, that I heard I was going to fight January. Then it was February. Then it was March. Then it was maybe April, and then maybe May. So, and now we might need more time. Somebody needs more time to train for me. They got deals done with UFC. It's not the first time I've heard that. And, that's kind of okay. I get it. I think I'm at a point in my career where money's coming in, even when Platinum's not in the ring, and we're setting things up to where when I do get in the ring, because I do every year, always. I get in the ring and I fight every year. And when I do get in the ring, all these other branches are going to explode off of that energy.
And so this Robbie Lawler fight would be fantastic. It would be tremendous. When do you think it could happen? I mean, that is a dream fight for fans of violence. When do you think this could happen?
Man, between June and November. So
Okay.
I don't want to sit down and wait until November. Even June is still kind of far away. I was actually hoping to fight him earlier in May and then go on my family vacation. We're going on a cruise
Nice.
in May. So I was hoping to go fight and then go on the cruise with a black eye or something.
Scare off the other passengers.
I already got 2 black eyes.
Yeah. Where's that from?
From my descent.
You look
know
great,
what
by
I'm
the way.
saying?
You look very distinguished.
Man, I'm getting older, man, I guess, I still got the young energy, though. When I train, I was talking to my wife about it earlier. I was like, man, when I was young, I trained all the time. I trained so much. And it's like I learned how to train. Now, in my older age, with all the business stuff I got going on, all the things I need to do, be on my phone, but I be trying to get things done, and then I get caught scrolling a little bit. My wife gets on me. You're scrolling. Well, I'm waiting for the next text message or email to come through.
Yeah.
I guess, but she don't be wrong. But I was thinking, I'm older. I train much wiser now. Like, I know how to treat my body when I go into training, and it helps. It helps move things along, get things done a little faster, a little more efficient.
BKFC is on a roll. They're on fire. They've got big shows and whatnot. In my opinion, you're the first guy to make that jump. You were the first one to say, like, this is worth your time. This is special. This is different. I'm going to go here when everyone is there. And to me, like I said, you have been the face of the company. You have flown the flag. They sign anyone to come fight you. You fight them, and then you beat them. And it's been an incredible partnership. I had Dave Feldman in studio in January before that Knucklemania show, and it was a great chat. But at one point, I felt like, if I could read between the lines, I felt like he was a bit disappointed that you took the Jake fight. He insinuated that maybe that wasn't his favorite move for you, and that it maybe lowered your value. Did you get that impression from them?
That's easy to say after the fact. It wasn't my best performance. It wasn't the best platinum period that you can get. There's lots of excuses, but I don't have any. So I'm not bringing any excuses. I took a fight because that's what I do. I take fights and I show up and I fucking give it what I got. And there's a few things that I learned as far as my training camp went, and how I would approach something like that again. And I've been saying out here, like, Jake's trying to get Anthony Joshua at this point. He's got the weight to do it after he fought me at 200. He was 228 fighting Mike Tyson. You know, I would do it a little differently. Fighting me at 200 pounds, I'd never fought at 200 pounds. I tried to put the weight on. I was sluggish. I had trouble getting my legs going in the fight. They weren't there. The top heaviness really affected me. The gloves, obviously I spar with gloves, 16s, but fighting with the gloves was different than especially not fighting with any gloves at all. And Jake said maybe we could fight dirty boxing one day. He won't do the no gloves, bare knuckle type of fight. And I'm saying it's still Paul versus Perry out here. It's still Perry versus Paul, whatever you want to call it. I've said, and comments go crazy online. People are just radicals and they would never dedicate themselves to something enough to get the opportunities. I say, I have to earn that fight and earn this thing again. And they're like, oh, you have to earn it. That's crazy because he's not what? He's out here fighting the best names that he can grab, and he's winning it. Besides a very close Tommy Fury fight, and he had a knockdown in the 7th round, and he fought Nate Diaz 10 rounds at 185. Though I feel like at 185 it'd be a much different matchup, but maybe he's a little bigger for that now, and he's tried to get me at 200, and I just couldn't quite put it on correctly, and I should have been sharper and harder and maybe a little less weight and a little more focused on just the boxing aspect. And, even in dirty boxing with small gloves, I think you see a much different game where I can grab and tussle with them a little more than I could in the boxing ring. Every time I tried to get a little dirty, they got on my case. And I heard you commentating that fight, even after he knocked me down, the 2nd and the 3rd round were my best rounds. And then the weight started weighing on me. There were some moments, and when I tried to get it dirty, you won't see those moments. They're only going to show you his highlights. If you watch the whole thing, I had some pressure on him. Who else made him bleed? I made him bleed. And, I just got to work for it. And as I prove it in my next whatever performance, my next fight, my next matchup, my next build-up, I will prove that it's still Paul versus Perry out here, and I still want to get him.
Oh, is that a goal still to get the rematch?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a rematch worth grabbing, and I need to earn it, and I need to fight for it. So who am I going to fight? Why don't I go beat up Dylan Dennis in MMA? Then it doesn't matter. Jake's supposed to fight MMA and PFL. I have freedom and with my contracts, thanks to First Round. And, if we can get this deal done and I go beat up Dylan, who's to say, next I don't beat up Logan Paul. I get that fight with Logan Paul. I mean, they're doing great things. I'm not hating. I'm really happy for them that I saw like a preview of their reality show. Mm-hmm. That's great stuff, man. I wouldn't want a reality show. That's not something that I would be into. You'd probably see me yelling at my kids because they're wild, reckless little animals. They need to be yelled at sometimes. That's the only language they understand. I love my children so much. I would do anything for them. I would protect them with my life. But, I'm not ready for the world to just see every part of me and judge me because no one's judging them. All these commenters talking about this, talking about that. These fucking people, who are these fucking people, man? Who cares who these fucking people are? Sometimes they just, and it's my problem. I let that shit get under my skin sometimes, and it's annoying. So, I would love to have a fight and just put myself in the gym and just prepare for a fucking fight, because when I put that energy, when I release that energy in the gym, everything seems to move a little smoother, and business can really tense you up.
Yeah. Speaking of business, you brought John Jones into the mix, and so is he an investor, a part owner now of DBX?
Yes, Johnny Bones has jumped in with Dirty Boxing as a owner, and we're grateful to have him. It was great to see him and speak with him before the fight and after the fight. We ran into each other on the beach, and that's my guy, man. I mean, he's a legend, and that's another thing too. Is like the fan base. John has done what no one has ever accomplished in history, and it wouldn't matter if he was 60 years old. They'd be like, even though they talked all that shit on Jake for fighting Mike Tyson, if John was 60, they'd be like, fight Tom Aspinall. And I think John will do it or would do it. He's going to prepare and he's going to plan for it differently and better than any other athlete. And, he's going to put a plan together. It is a tough fight. Only John knows how he can win that fight. And, with Aspinall's size and his explosiveness and speed and in the heavyweight division, if someone can do it, John can do it. But to take everything away from John because they just want to see every fighter lose at some point. That's all they want. And they talk shit on Khabib, and John, but these guys are unblemished. So, shout out Khabib, man. We're supposed to talk. Shout out Overdogs Podcast. We're supposed to talk with Khabib's coach soon. And, I'll extend the invite here. Khabib, we want you and some of your Russian fighters to come to the next Dirty Boxing. We'd love to have you guys at the event and enjoy the show with us.
By the way, what's it been like being on the other side of the fence, being an owner, being management, having to run the show, people fall out, having to sign this guy, that guy? Like, I know you have other great people working with you as well. We saw, the Kawa brothers, Malky, Primo Kawa as well. You got some people.
A matchmaker,
Adam
AJ,
Kovacs,
done a great job.
Yeah, as well. So, but like just having to deal with the other stuff. What's that been like? Stressful?
Yeah, it all comes the last week too.
Yeah.
Like everything comes the last week. The ticket sales really blow up last week, and fights fall out the last week, and everything gets changed around, moved around. But these guys handled it like pros. It's Platinum Promotions. I've always been quite the promoter. That's how my career has taken off. I talk the talk, I walk the walk. I show up and fight. And, with the promoter hat, it's authentic. I use authenticity to sell you the game. And I do my research. I talk with these guys. I find out facts and I jot things down. And that way I can tell you the truth about how I really feel about these things. And, it paid off last show. And not to say that the next show won't be stressful or even harder. But with this great team, I try to play my role and play my part best I can. I think I promoted it very well. And, next one's the best one.
So if all goes according to plan, we're looking at a potential Dylan Dennis fight in April in the next couple weeks. Then a potential dream fight against Robbie Lawler some point in the summertime. And then potentially in the midst of all of that, another DBX show, maybe two. There's a lot going on. How are you balancing all of this?
Oh, man, it's easy, really. I just send text messages. I make some of my partners my assistant. I'm like, hey, look, you got to do this because I got to go to the gym right now. I got to do this. I got to work out. Hey, I talked to this guy. I'll just screenshot a message. Hey, look, we're talking about this and this. And here, look, I need you to handle this. I'm going to put you guys in a group chat. It's really just a lot of networking and, just knowing where to put your time and not let your time get wasted.
Okay. You think this all comes to fruition? You feel good? Because I have to
I made it all come to fruition.
No, but like all this stuff, because you're a fighter, man. You have such an active pace. Like you are so busy, and it blows me away that we're approaching a year since your last fight. This can't be easy, right? You must be going a little stir crazy.
I get the itch. I do. I get the itch, but I get in the gym, man. I spar. I train. I have hard days and I have great days. Some days I'm untouchable. Some days I go in there and I think I want to get touched or something, just to feel something. And, so I get I fight in the gym. I know a lot of people said, you don't have your fights in the gym, but I think that's good stuff. Doghouse rules. You got to fight sometimes. And, when it comes to getting an event, it's just, I was thinking for my next one, I should practice doing my walkout and everything up to the show. Like I see Henry Cejudo, he be doing some of these fighters, they do they're getting called out at the gym to walk into the cage or the ring and spar their rounds that day and make it feel more like. And then, people are cheering or they're, I want to make people cheer at the gym. I want to put on a show at the gym on sparring night when people are watching. And, to get into the ring and have an event, it's a privilege. And the nerves that you get to feel that day are a privilege to get to feel that. It's something that you earn. And, as a fighter, we all break into fighting and go, one day, I'm not going to fight anymore. And I'm going to make it. I'm going to be rich enough. I'll use my platform to branch off and have other options. And, but one thing about, some great fighters in history is that they can always come back for one.
Yeah.
And, get that payday. And it's a nice check. Don't get me wrong. That fight night paycheck is great, but also residual income is also great. And then you're fighting for a different reason. You're fighting to scratch that itch. And I got the itch for the event, but in God's time, I'm happy with His timing. And when it comes down to it, because then I got to train a lot. Like I hate fighting. Mostly, that's why I fight the way I do, because I'm so angry. I hate that training and all that shit so much. Shit hurts, but I do it.
I still can't believe that we didn't get the Till fight. And I thought you were going to say Till because he was supposed to be on that card that fell through and he's had his boxing match. How do we go through life with this fight not happening? It's like, it's right there. You're both out of the UFC.
It makes me crazy that Till said no to $2 million in bare knuckle, and then he fights Anthony Taylor in boxing for what do you get for that? Like $300K?
I don't know.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
But why not you versus Till in Misfits MMA? He's a Misfits guy.
Well, he was boxing, and then I've been boxing. So, but why not? Sure. Why the fuck not? Let's do it.
Or why not you versus Till in DBX?
He got to come down.
You versus Till in DBX.
Oh, let's go.
So what's up? You guys talking?
I love that.
Let's go. What a fight.
Let's make it happen. You hear that, AJ and Cowas and Ice Bags? Let's make that one happen. Darren Till versus Platinum Perry under my banner and Dirty Boxing. And we got the small glove boxing. Let's go with elbows and ground and pound.
You think he does it?
Well, he'll get the padding on his hands.
Yeah.
Let's see what let's see what numbers we can come up with. I'm sure we got the money. We've raised so much. Let's make a real fight out of it. Y'all want to get me? I know Malky was talking about getting me in dirty boxing this year. Well, pay us and we do it.
By the way, what about like a broadcast partner, right? Because that obviously adds to a lot of the revenue. I know you guys had great numbers as far as the stream, but you can't grow the business if you're giving it away for free, right? So are you in talks with any broadcast partners to the best of your knowledge?
Yeah, they were talking with some platforms, but it's like those platforms would have possibly hurt us. We were looking to get the ratings this show, and doing it on a specific platform. We wanted to share this with the people, but I even saw on YouTube you pay $4.99 for like a members thing. I was thinking I should talk to the team, but I got to talk to the team. We got to have a meeting about this. We were in talks with other streaming platforms, and I won't mention them right now because they're not coming to the table with what they have to offer. They're not, or they'll come and they'll lowball us, and it's like we're not here for that. We'll give this shit away. We got endorsements. Shout out Market Cipher endorsed us and covered some costs for the ring, and there's money behind this. So we were more excited for the ratings that we would get that night, and we got a lot. So now we have better numbers to work with, and these guys got to come correct, and let's do business together. It's a business game. So we can show and we can talk and we can play the game. And, we were giving money to our fighters. We were paying them out. We were taking care of our fighters, and a lot of our fighters, all of our fighters, were happy with how the promotion treated them. We're doing things from a fighter's perspective with me, and we're trying to give back to the little guys too. So, I know big businesses don't always like to hear that, but sometimes it's that authenticity that will get you somewhere and could get us in our fan base, and we do have a great fan base. And sometimes there's respect, and sometimes people just like to talk shit, and that's neither here nor there. It doesn't matter. So I got a lot. Not let it crawl under my skin, but sometimes that's why people like me. It's because I let shit get to me, and I get hot and infuriated. So if these deals want to be done, man, come on in, put something real on the table, and let's fucking make some money, dude. Let's get some views. Let's show the world a banger ass style of fighting. We're in our own lane with dirty boxing. No one else is like us.
You're the man, Mike. Great to have you on. Good luck to you. Very exciting stuff in the works. Appreciate you dropping some of those nuggets. Congrats on the inaugural event. Looking forward to the growth and looking forward to seeing you back in there. We miss you.
Thank you so much, brother. I look forward to getting back, man. Shout out to my peoples, man. Shout out Bucked Up, Young LA. Shout out First Round. Shout out Marcus Cypher, Dirty Boxing, Platinum Tequila coming soon. That's the one that's going to take over the game, bro. Platinum's next fight, too. Count on it. Let's go, Ariel. Thank you, brother.
Much love. There he is, the great Platinum Mike Perry. Always great having him on. Always a ton of information. He's happy to divulge with us. And what about that? Is Dildas going to fight him before his GFL? There's always so many twists and turns before we get to this GFL 1 and 2. I thought he was going to say maybe... Well, the Robbie Lawler one is the one. Like, of all of those, sign me up. But where do I sign up for Robbie Lawler versus Mike Perry in bare knuckle? Like, that is the one. The guy who produced this moment... I mean, ruthless Robbie Lawler, one of the most vicious, one of the most ferocious, one of the most feared strikers in the history of MMA, fighting that guy in bare knuckle, incredible. Number two, where do I sign up for Darren Till versus Mike Perry? How do I make that happen? Where do we make this happen? Who do we need to talk to? Those are the ones. Sign me up. Oh my gosh. But a lot of things going on, and fair play to Mike. I don't think a lot of people would have predicted this. All the different businesses, all the different opportunities, all the different things in his in his back pocket, cooking in the oven. Tremendous stuff. Now, earlier today, we found out that the main event of GFL 1, May 24th, Shrine Auditorium, Los Angeles, California, will in fact be a trilogy fight between Hannah Barral and our old friend Urijah Faber. It is in fact happening. They announced it. Let's talk to the California kid himself, who's kind enough to join us. Our first ever guest. Ooh, there he is. Hello, Urijah. You're looking like a young man. California, man, no more. You're back. The California kid is back. Urijah. That's still your voicemail, Joe Martinez.
Yeah, that was from, I think it was somewhere in Texas, Corpus Christi, Texas, maybe? Something like that.
You're back.
Yeah, man.
They announced it
I
today.
wasn't predicting it either.
Did you know that? They announced it today?
Yeah, I just saw that. I've been getting text messages and stuff.
So what'd you just say there? You wouldn't have predicted it?
No. I wasn't looking for a fight, but here we are.
So how did this all happen? Can you tell us?
So, first off, my contract ran out with the UFC after 5 years of inactivity. I didn't really have I didn't have many offers come through. I wasn't really asking for a fight. As you know, I stayed really busy and, sorry, I just got out of practice. I'm starving.
No problem.
But,
You're actually training. That's a good sign. I mean, it's good you're taking it somewhat
I've been
serious.
training for a couple months. I mean, so what really happened is my contract expired after 5 years with the UFC, and I'm in this business group, entrepreneurs organization, and one of my guys in there, Tyler Smith, has all of our team, except for me, in that group on this health kick. Like, he calls it the GWOAT, the greatest health of all times, and he's launching this business called 100.com. And so, I've been staying in the testing pool my entire time with the UFC. I had that the one little moment where they talked about me and Cub Swanson having a fight, but no, nothing ever got really talked about. I talked to Cub about it a couple times. We thought it was going to happen, and then he was like, somebody told him, Uriah's not going to really fight, blah, blah, blah. But no one really offered me the fight. And like I said, I'm not looking for a fight. In the time I've been retired, I think I retired, I was number 6 or 7 in the world. Came out of retirement, had 2 fights. I think I've done like 10 competitions throughout that time, mostly jiu-jitsu, some combat jiu-jitsu. This last year, I did a match against Bibiano Fernandez out of in Abu Dhabi. And then I did a match with Jeff Glover, both world champions, and just staying busy and stuff. So I get on this regimen after I get out of the testing pool, and I'm like, let me see what's going on with my body. I've never been tested, my blood, my saliva, anything. I've never tested for my testosterone. And so my boy at the 100.com, Tyler, is like, dude, we want you to get on the first protocol. They haven't even launched the business yet. So I get all this test, and I do 140 markers. They take like 14 vials of blood, and they do a saliva test to test your biological age, and the goal is to like reverse your biological age. So before I even heard about any type of fighting or anything, I started on this like greatest health of all time kick, and that was about 2 months prior to accepting a fight. So and again, I like to compete. I'm coming up on my birthday is May 14th. Most competitions I've done outside of retirement have been right around my birthday. So I started getting on this regimen, and it tells me all this stuff. First thing I found out was my testosterone, naturally, I've never done any PEDs or anything, as you know, is like a high 27-year-old, which was relieving. You don't really know.
Yeah.
And then they go on and they tell me all the stuff I'm deficient in. I've got these vitamin packs that are basically made just for me. All the stuff I'm needing to put in my body. I've got like scoops of this, scoops of that. They got me on a regimen. They told me dietary changes, and I started feeling amazing, and I felt good anyways. I've been in the gym the whole time, and started feeling like the best I've ever felt. And then I happened to give a speech. This is the same day I accepted my fight, or that I got the offer of the fight. I give a speech to the team. Every day after practice, we talk about different things, and I talked about how if you could maintain your body, the 90-year-old sensei would be the baddest dude on the planet. If he's staying in the game, his mind's in the game, he's still turning and still in the gym and improving and doing all the things that are still mixed martial arts or martial arts first. The 90-year-old sensei would be the baddest dude on the planet if he had his body intact. And I gave that talk to the guys, and that night I had gotten an email from Darren Owen. And I remember I talked to Anthony Pettis, and he said, "Hey, yeah, I'm working on this deal, and these guys have been checking out and everything else." And it was from the GFL guys. And I wasn't really like I said, looking for a fight. When they offered Barao, or the possibility of Barao, that sounds fun to me. He's also a guy that has 2 wins over me. He's a guy that doesn't necessarily. We didn't have a perfect meetup both times. It wasn't like it was scheduled and this and that. Like the first time he was a fill-in for Dominic Cruz. The second time I was a fill-in for Dominic Cruz. He's got 2 wins over me. I wasn't super happy with the way the last one went, the preparation, the call at the end of it and everything else. And I've got all these guys. I went listen to my guy that I look up to that I become friends with, Jesse Itzler, who's doing these crazy races and testing his body all the time. I've got all these guys doing these crazy things to test themselves as they've gotten older. And for me, this seems like a perfect opportunity. And on top of that, it's risk versus reward. These guys are paying real money. And at this point in your career, I've been retired for 5 years. I've stayed super active as a competitor with grappling against the world's best. I've been in the gym every single day, mentoring, rehashing my techniques, breaking down film and passing on to the next generation. And 15 minutes is easy for me, man. I could fight 15 minutes of my sleep. I'm excited to get in the greatest health of all times, but now with a purpose. It goes right in line with what I'm doing with 100.com and something to kind of hold up at the end of this journey and actually compete in something that I love to do. So everything just kind of aligned. And it's going to be a financial raise for the business stuff I have going. It's going to be something that I can show my kids the process. Now 4 and 6, my son's having his first walk through day at the kindergarten with his sister. They're now of age where they can enjoy and take in everything that's going on, see me working hard, see things coming to fruition. There's just a lot of things that pointed to yes for me. And as most people know, I just do things as I want. I don't care what anybody says or thinks or people's opinions. I do what makes me feel good. I retired when I was 6th in the world. I came out of retirement when I was 40. I've done competitions here and there, but really it just sounds like a good time. It seems like a lucrative deal, and it sounds like something that I think I can get one back on Barao. I own one.
I love it. I appreciate that explanation. Could I ask, you've been in the game a long time initially, and it seems like a lot of the guys in there are buds. You hear of someone coming in, there's big plans, grandiose plans. Did you do your due diligence? I think a lot of people are I spoke about this at the top, like, okay, I know these names, I'm down, but can they last? Are they, I remember Affliction, right? We've seen a lot of people come and go. And I'm sure you've seen your fair share as well, and you've heard of your stories. Did you do your due diligence to the point where you felt like, all right, I'm down, sign me up?
The biggest thing for me is I'm not the type of person that tells somebody they can't, and I truly believe that Darren Owen believes in himself, and so whether I believe him or anyone else believes in him, you believe in him, doesn't really matter. We'll know when the first show happens. I've talked to Andy Foster, who's in communication with him. He's the commission, leader of the commission in California. They're taking some precautions to make sure things are up to par. I'm already getting myself into amazing shape even prior to hearing this. And what do I love to do? I love to fight. I love to be a competitor. So, he's got some big goals and a unique setup. I think the first show is going to be big. He has this first show go through. Everybody gets paid and things go the way he says they're going to be. I think that we're we're looking at something that has some legs. And I've had a chance to talk to him one-on-one about what his real goals are. And for me, I like that it's not, I don't like things that are in spite of UFC. I have a lot of respect for the UFC. I have so much gratitude to the leadership there. Even, had conversations with the leadership prior to accepting this thing. And even though I wasn't under contract, and just making sure that, sometimes you don't want to go faux pas and do things that are going to damage relationships. And maybe they will behind the scenes, but I wanted to be out in the open and say, hey, look, this is what I'm considering doing, because I do a lot of business with the UFC also. But I don't like things in spite of UFC. I think this is so much different. It's got a whole different idea. It's not like something that's trying to bring them down necessarily. It's creating more opportunities for fighters, and there's some big dollars involved. And that's great for fighters. I mean, if I can get opportunities for my guys in the future, that's great. And whether this idea works out, I mean, I don't know. We're yet to see. But the first show is going to mean a lot, and I'll be a part of that first show. And the proof will be in the pudding. When the show happens, there's a great performance by everyone involved. When the money gets in the bank, then we'll know. And I'm willing to continue on a journey of doing something that I love to do, whether I know it's going to happen or not. I'll know the day of the fight. That's the way I look at things, and I'm going to have fun preparing. I'm thinking about doing some cool stuff. I might head out to Mexico and do like a fan engaged training camp at my buddy's place. He has this amazing place in Punta Sayulita, my favorite place in Mexico. I was actually just there, and thinking about ways to have fun in this process, because at this day and age for me, it's not about just the money or just the competition. I'm not like vying to be the world champion of the UFC right now at 45, nearly going on 46. I'm going to prepare to the best of my ability. I'm going to put my best performance out. I'm going to fight tooth and nail. I'm going to try to get one back on a guy that's one of the greatest, world champion, somebody that has a one up on me, and I'm going to enjoy the process. I'm going to lead my camp with my heart and my best intentions, and I'm going to make my kids proud. And that's the way I'm approaching this thing. And I look back at some of my favorite fighters throughout the years. George Foreman just passed away. George Foreman fought till he was 48. Dan Henderson, 46. Randy Couture, 47. Bernard Hopkins, 51. And, the guys that were made for this fighting game, that haven't been plagued by injuries and that kind of have it in their DNA, we can last. And these big breaks are powerful for me. I feel so much better after healthfully being on vacation for years at a time, and that's what I've been.
Not to get ahead of myself, but are you thinking of multiple fights, or is it just get back in there with an old rival, get that win, and then you're good?
I think probably see how I feel after this one.
Yeah.
I don't have to fight. I love to fight, but if it takes a lot out of me and it's not the process that I enjoy, and it's not a fun experience, I'm definitely not going to do it again. But, you never say never. And I won't be doing it for very long. That's for sure. I've got, 46 fights now. I'm 45. This will be right around my birthday, turn 46, which for me will make a 23 years of competing at the highest level. That's kind of exciting for me. So I'm down with to do one. If something sounds enticing again, I know that I was excited for that Cub Swanson one, even though I never got the call.
What happened there? What is that? What is that story?
So Cub Swanson had a great fight, and then they asked for his dream match, and they said that he sat and thought at the press conference, and he said, I'd like to do like the King of California with Urijah Faber. And I responded and said, yeah, let's do it. And then I texted him offline. I was like, you serious? I said, I'm down. And he said, yeah. But, we're talking about the different weight, 35s and 45s, this and that. And I said, I'm down to do it. And then I think he had taken another fight afterwards, lost. And then it kind of petered out. I asked him again. I said, what's going on? He said, oh, something to do with these kids. And he was like pushing things off. And then the last I spoke to him was like this last year about it at the PI. I saw him and I said, whatever happened there? And he said that he had talked to someone at the UFC, maybe matchmaker or something, and said that Urijah is just not going to take a fight. He's just talking about it, blah blah. And so they never, they never offered the fight. But that kind of fight sounds exciting. I don't know who else is on the roster in the GFL, but for the compensation they're doing, it's worth the hard work. We're prize fighters. I've done a lot with the money I've made throughout the years to the UFC, and I'm grateful for that. I've also been very grateful of how I've been treated as a person within the organization. Not everybody feels that way, but I for one can say I had a great experience with the UFC. I was a guy that they promoted and I worked well with, and I had great relationships with. So I wouldn't be opposed to having a fight. It just has to excite me.
Were you nervous on draft day? Because you are the California kid. You represent, and you ended up. It was almost like LeBron getting drafted by the Cavs. But could you imagine if you would have been drafted by New York or Sao Paulo? It would have been weird. You ended up getting LA, so it was great. But were you nervous?
Yeah, no, I haven't been nervous in a very long time. Maybe probably like a lot of years.
Never. You don't get nervous about anything, really?
Yeah, I get nervous about things, but not very much.
What makes you nervous? How do I adopt this mentality? I'm constantly nervous. I feel like I'm just a nervous ball, a ball of anxiety. How do I adopt this, or is it impossible? Is it too late for me?
You got to buy my book, Ariel.
I know.
You said you read it.
I was thinking
you said you read it, but then I quizzed you on it, and you hadn't read it.
No. Now you got to write a second book with this new chapter.
I have to write a second book, and I was thinking about this. Because I wrote that when everything, and you asked me before, like, why now? Why when you're young? And I'm blah, blah, blah.
Sure.
Why write a book now? And I was like, well, because I had something to say and I wanted to. And I was relevant at the time, And so I need to do a second version, read through, and see if I believe the same stuff is tainted, all the stuff I've been through, what I know now. See if I have all the same views that I had at like 27, 28, 29 years old. I'm sure a lot of them will be the same, but the one thing I quizzed you about the book that you didn't remember is you said you kind of like did a little burn slide. You said, I like the stories, but I don't love all the advice. I said, did you read the very, very end? The very, very end says, this is my experience. This is my knowledge that I've taken from my experience. I hope you get something out of it, but I encourage you to take your own experiences, make your own laws.
I don't think, by the way, knowing myself, I would say there's probably like a 99.9999% chance that I did not say to you that I didn't like the advice. That is not something that I would do or say to a guest.
You didn't say I didn't like it. You said you liked the stories more.
Okay, see, here you are, and all of a sudden, there's now some holes in your story. First, you're trying to pay me to be a bad guy, be inconsiderate. You've been holding on to this grudge for at least 15 years now. It's unbelievable.
How you been, man? What's been new with you?
Nothing. We're here.
Enough about little old me.
No, you're the news. You're the news. You know what's crazy? I asked you to come on the show. I didn't even know they were announcing it today. How fortuitous is that? Yeah, I had no idea. But here we are, 45 years young. Of course, you've got, you've got Alpha Male. You got we see you're with Josh Emmett this weekend, right? Are you going to be with him?
I'm going to try to get out there. Yeah.
What do you mean try to get out there? You're not in his corner?
I'm not in his corner. I've never been in Josh's corner. I help coach him.
Yeah.
He's one of my peers, someone I've worked with his whole career, but I've never been in his corner for one of his fights. But we have Yan Zanyao, Sumo Jari, and Darren Elkins in Florida next week too.
Oh yeah,
they're all on the card. I'll be out there for those fights, coaching.
By the way, you were kind of in the news recently, not pertaining to all of this, because all of a sudden Topuria and Oliveira going back and forth, and then we see a photo of them, a selfie, and you're in the picture. You see this? These guys are going back and forth, and there you are. You were with them in Sydney. But now they're.
Oh yeah.
So was there? They look friendly now, like in this photo.
Those guys are the best, man. Those guys are legends. We just took a good. Yeah, that photo. I got a text from UFC media right after I took the picture and said, "Hey, can you send me that picture you took? Because we just saw on the video camera you guys took that picture." I said, "Yeah, sure." And I went out. I had to get some training with Volkanovski in Australia. Just I was already training at that time. I was on my GOAT journey with 100. By the way, I got to get you linked up. I'll get you hooked up with 100.com, dude. You're
going to make me healthier?
Bro, I'm going to tell you, I've never felt this good my whole career, I was never one of those guys that did all the testing and everything else. They told me exactly what I needed to change in my diet. They gave me this B12. They told me what I was low in on like my vitamins and stuff. And it was ironic because I've been cooking for my kids. I'm like AR for my kids. Whatever they're saying, I'm constantly getting better and making their life better. And so I've been cooking for them, and I've stopped cooking for myself as much. I just eat their leftovers. I'm like the dog at the end of the meal,
Yeah.
But all the stuff they were suggesting that I needed in my diet was the stuff I had neglected because I've been cooking for my kids. Like I used to make myself big salads with like avocado and all these different nuts and seeds and olive oil and and like some lean meats on it. Everything that I used to eat during the prime of my career was the suggestions it was giving me that I've gotten away from a little bit, on top of some supplementation and a bunch. They have a couple things that I couldn't take because that would be good for some peptides and stuff that I couldn't take for drug purposes. But I'm gonna try them once I get out. Once I get out of competition, I'm gonna follow what they do to a T. But I'll get you sign up on Hunter.com.
Okay.
And it's concierge. So they came to my house and took my blood. They got me on a call with a doctor who ran me through my results, told me everything. They had a nurse sent to my house to help administer and run me through what I'm going to be doing. They check in with me all the time. They got the California Kid 100 vitamin pack, so I don't have to remember all my vitamins. I just pull them out. Look.
Wow.
Morning, evening.
Look at you.
Bro, this is exactly what I need because I would not be able to pull this off otherwise. So I'm sure you have a lovely wife that will take care of you, but this will make it so much easier.
Yeah, she doesn't give me vitamins and stuff, so I could use some of that.
It'll tell you exactly what you need.
By the way, are we sticking with California Kid? We better. Don't listen to these people. I saw like Nathaniel Wood is changing his name. Prospect. Nah, stick with it, man. Go start. Just stick with it.
Ariel, do I give a crap about what anybody says? Come on.
No.
No.
By the way, you know what I loved? You know what I loved?
What?
I heard we had Dom on the show, Dom Cruz, and he said that you reached out to him after he retired.
Yeah, I love Dom, man. We've had some.
Wow.
We've had a great. Roller coaster relationship throughout it. We even hit it off right before maybe our second fight because we had this weird experience in a military camp where we had to like work together and
you bonded
and we got away, and then now he's actually really good friends with some of my best friends in San Diego, so we've hung out a bit here and there, and respect for that guy. I feel like that guy has earned my respect along with everyone else. So excited for him, whatever's next.
You helped make each other. You guys are legends.
Yeah.
And
he's got a new podcast too. You gonna go on his podcast?
If he invites me, I don't know.
He invited me, so I gotta go on
must be
there.
nice. By the way, what about Aldo? Still killing it, huh?
Oh, bro.
Isn't that crazy?
Aldo's one of those guys. Yoel Romero.
Yeah, but Aldo's in the UFC.
Aldo. I know.
It's wild. All these years. Timeless.
Well, how old is he?
Well, I don't know, just the miles, the years. He's got to be in his late 30s. He's got to be his late 30s at this point. But this guy was beating Mike Brown to win the WEC title in 2009.
You know what's funny? You mentioned
38.
Mike Brown.
Yep.
Mike Brown, because I was just thinking about this. Like this happened. They did a coaches summit out at the UFC PI a few years back, and so they called a bunch of coaches, and they're getting best practices, and that's what I love about UFC. Like, as much you get all this BS. I mean, there's the class action suit, obviously, but for those years of them taking the money, they built an infrastructure and reinvested and forward thinking to help guys like myself build a brand where I'm worth big money now on a bunch of different levels of business and everything else. And so anyways, one of the things they did along that line is they had this coaches summit where they came in and brought in top coaches and everything else. So Mike Brown and I end up being in the same hotel, and our rooms weren't ready. And so, that's another guy that has 2 wins over me. And I said, what do you got going? I said, let's go over to the UFC PI and get a roll in. And he's like, fuck, all right. So, it was like, it was pretty epic. There's no one in there except for me and Mike Brown. And we did like a 40-minute hard grappling jiu-jitsu match.
Wow.
And just, because we're competitors and just going that kind of stuff. For me, this Barao match feels kind of like that. It's like, no ill will towards the guy, something to prove. I know he's younger, but he's also older in his career. I think he's 38, something like that. But I'm excited to go out there and test this, and I'm going to prepare like it's a world championship, and I'm going to bring my A game. And it's nice. It's 145 pounds instead of 135 pounds. But I remember that Mike Brown match just being like, that was for us, me and him to just, to get in there and test ourselves.
Shout out to A1 Combat as well. Shout out to Tom Anderson. You know Tom Anderson?
Tom Anderson, Dana White-ish.
Yeah, he always reaches out to me. He's always banging the A1 Combat drum. You guys produced Peyton Talbot, among others. You're still doing your thing.
Yeah, Ryan Loader. He won the Ultimate Fighter. He's one of our guys. And we have Joseph Morales is on the new season with Chill and DC.
Oh, yeah.
He's one of our champions as well. And a bunch of other guys. And the team's been awesome, man. We have so much young talent coming up and so many things, in the till. Like, the team has been growing. It seems like we got multiple guys in the card, multiple every month in the UFC. And, the A1 Combat's going hard. We got top prospects and all the other promotions that are building. And it's exciting, man. I'm working on some big stuff that is next level with the Combat U, with the robot, I'm working on something called the Rome District, which is going to be one of its own, something that no one's seen before. It's been a lot of fun stuff, man. Aside from being the best dad in the world, or aspiring to be the best dad, I know a lot of people are vying for that.
You're the man, Urijah. Welcome back. It's good to have you back. I'm excited about this. And
what do you think about the rest of the card, man? A lot of big names on this.
But let's put up the card. Let's take a look with Urijah here real quick, because there's, I think, 15 fights on Saturday and 16 on Sunday. That's 31 fights in the span of 24 hours. Look at these names. There you are at the top. Urijah and Henan, Benson and Anthony. Another trilogy fight. Marlon Moraes against
Chad Mendez and Sage.
Yeah, how about that, huh?
Chad's looking like a beast right now. Oh my gosh.
Sage on there too. It's a lot of big names. Yeah.
We got Brunson.
Go full screen.
Edison Henderson.
Yeah.
Holly Holm.
Aspen Ladd, another woman that you know, right? Neiman Gracie.
Yeah, Aspen Ladd.
Gleison Tebow, Alex Oliveira.
Ray Borgen and Marlon Moraes. That's going to be a good one. Todd Duffy and
Despagne. He's great. Katzengano on there. I mean, it's just like, Holly. Oh, yeah.
Penny.
It's crazy. And then that's Saturday. And then Sunday, Dylan Dennis against Tony Ferguson. Paige Van Zandt.
Wow.
Alex Gustafson.
Oh, wow. Uriah Hall.
Verdum on there against the dreaded TBD.
Jimmy Rivera.
It's crazy, right?
You may not know him, but I do.
What do you mean?
Paige Van Zandt.
Phil Hawes. I mean, Jessica Aguilar's on there. It's a who's who. Now, obviously, you see a lot of the jokes. Oh, geriatric. They're too old to pass the geriatric fight league. I mean, what do you think? What do you think? Sustainable? Can they make it happen?
Well, I mean, from a business standpoint, things have to fall into line.
Yeah, they need a broadcast deal. Broadcast deal is important.
Broadcast deal, and then also, the team thing. I think the goal is these teams are going to be purchased by guys that want to own fight teams, have their own fight teams. I also think that he's doing maybe a pay-per-view model, which I don't know how that does. I haven't been up to date on how the pay-per-view model does, but 2 days, is a 1 day? Is it a 2 day? Is it same price? You can buy 2 for 1. I think did they announce the where the event is?
No, not yet. Oh, they announced where the event is, not where it's going to air. It's going to be at the Shrine Auditorium in Los Angeles. So a home game for you,
Okay.
so to speak.
Shrine Auditorium.
Are you familiar with it?
That, I think that's on campus at maybe UCLA
I think USC.
or USC.
By the way, what about this graphic? I mean, I see Tony, I see Dylan, see Anthony. I don't see no Uriah in there.
Yeah, you know why?
Why?
You see California in the background?
Oh, that's you. Yeah. Well, that's great.
What do you think, man? You gonna tune in?
I'm going to tune in, of course. I mean, it's part of the job, but I'm interested. Look, the UFC is killing it. They've never been more successful. They've never been more profitable. They're about to have a massive, massive TV deal that they're going to sign with God knows who. ESPN, Netflix, Amazon. These are billions upon billions of dollars, right? But part of that dominance, part of that success, there is a little bit, I think, if you're a fan who watches every single week for 43 weeks out of the year, you want something a little bit different, right? And we'll see if PFL can fill that void. The jury is kind of still out. I think they've lost some momentum. I think a lot of people recognize these names, have feelings towards these fighters, have been emotionally invested in their journeys, their careers, and they say, you know what? On a Saturday night, I'd be down to watch these guys. I'd be down to support. Now, if it was up to me, Uriah, I wouldn't put it on pay-per-view. I think you need to get people on board. You need to get them hooked. You need to make it as accessible as possible. But also, I could understand it ain't cheap to have all these names. So you need to recoup some of those costs. So, I don't envy them. It's a tough task. It's going to be a really interesting story to follow. But, I wish them the best. The one thing I would change, I don't like the team nonsense. Make the best fights possible. Make the best fights possible. That's it. Just worry about make the best, most interesting fights possible.
I guess the concept is, because if this thing is going to last, I think the concept is that you're going to get team owners that are now going to pay big dollars to get the best talent on the planet. And they're doing it at first with the funds that have been raised or through the GFL. But eventually they want, like there's a difference between the budget between the A's and the Giants, right? It's all depending on the ownership group, and so
I get it.
I'm curious. I mean, we'll see what happens. I think the first thing needs to happen is we need to have one event, and I'm a part of it. So
Main event,
I'll be
baby.
training as such, and I'm going to be putting out. I mean, I'm going to be in a fist fight, putting my livelihood, my health, and reputation, everything on the line. So I take that seriously, and I'm excited for that. How's the new show been going? I mean, how's everything going with you? Since you've been doing your own thing, you made some big announcements.
Yeah, we're all good. We're happy. I'm inspired by you. You're one of those guys. I said back in the day, you remind me of Oscar De La Hoya in that you had a lot of businesses, you had sponsorship, you were going to create your own promotion, you were going to be set up very well post fighting, and you have done that. And so I said, you know what? I can't just be owned. I have to be an owner. Why not me? I have to be an owner. I have to be the next Lorenzo Fertitta. I have to be the next Urijah Faber, the next big man on campus.
That's right.
Here we are.
That's right.
We did this partnership with Yahoo. Yes.
Don't forget.
Yes.
All the money, everything else is the freedom.
Yep.
Is important. That's what we're fighting for.
Yes.
To hang out with the people you want to, doing the things you want to do.
Amen.
That's entrepreneurship.
Yep.
And then also,
yep.
Good health is true wealth. That's what I'm going to get you on 100.com.
And so I was just going to say, and for more on that, go to 100.com. This segment.
Just 100. Just 100.com.
Yeah, okay, just 100. HUNDRED. Do they want to sponsor our show? I mean, we gave them a lot of airtime here. Okay.
Let's get him on. I'll put you in touch with you're going to be in touch with the owner because we've only launched the first 100 founding members, and I'm the number one guy, but I'll put you on because he'll take care of you.
You're the man. Thank you, Uriah. Okay. All the best to you. Much love. Good luck, and we look forward to it.
You got it, brother.
You look fantastic, by the way. I just want to say that I like the hair. I like the ponytail.
I've got a company that I'm a part of called Hammer Nails. It's men's grooming, and
you look great. Whatever they're doing.
Three locations in Sacramento. We're going to do probably 20 in the greater Sacramento area. And then the bigger company we've got all nationwide. but I'm waiting to do a commercial. Me and Rome are going to go in there. We're going to get our pedicures.
Oh yeah.
And we're going to get cornrows together. His hair's long, so my hair's a little long right now, but I'm waiting to film this commercial for our brand, Hammer and Nails.
Looks great.
I'll get you linked up with that too.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, I know you'd like that. Take the boys for the boys.
Yeah. Much love. Thank you. All the best. There he
All right,
is.
brother.
The living legend himself. What a day for living legends, right? Masvidal, Perry, Faber. We start the day with Masvidal shitting on California, and we end with the face of California, the pride of California. I mean, how many businesses does this guy have? By the way, a reminder that segment was brought to you by our good friends over at 100.com. How many references did we get in there, Uriah? Golly. Yeah. Guys, we have a lot to talk about. Usually we get, the weekend recap out of the way in the first hour, but we had to do things differently because, as you saw, Jorge was on the links. We got PT Carroll here. Yeah.
Hello, boys. How are you all doing?
Hey, what's up, PT?
Hey,
What's going on with the audio with PT's mic?
what are we talking about now? It's not working?
Why does it seem so loud?
I think he sounds fine. He just sounds a little bit sick. Maybe
you sick too? You got the
tastes
Jack
the old EF or JF.
I need some L100. I need some 100.
You need
baby.
100.com. I know a guy.
Yeah.
I can hook you up.
Yeah, how funny was at the end when you're just like, your hair's nice. He's like, funnily enough, I have a company. Hey, like, what the
You know
fuck,
what? I've
man?
actually been to a Hammer and Nails around here.
What is it?
It's like a luxury men's spa. Like I went to get a beard
Sounds
trim.
great.
But you can go in the back and get manicures and pedicures. And
It's just for men.
Just for men.
Sounds like the kind of place that Frank goes to for his cuts.
Damn right.
It's on the same price index.
Oh wow! What does a cut cost there?
Yeah, my beard trim was $60.
Just for the beard trim?
Yeah.
Yo, my kid's got a haircut on the weekend. $70.
Yeah, I
What's going on with these
unfortunately,
haircut
I have
places?
found a new barber and it's $27.
$27 for the beard?
Yeah, and the guy does me good.
Do they do this too?
Yeah, they'll zero me out if I need it, but I can do this on my own.
So you just show up for the beard?
Just show up for the beard, yeah.
How long does that take?
Fade it into the bald. The guy does me good, the hot towel, the cold towel, the shaving cream with the close blade.
What are we talking? 25?
Yeah, 25, 30 minutes.
That's not bad.
No, that's not bad.
PT, what do you do?
Nothing.
Did you do yourself?
Gillette, baby.
You do? No, for your head. By the
Oh,
way,
just,
that was such an
get a
old
cut.
man thing that you just did.
Also,
That's what I
Gillette,
do.
like, we're still using the shaving cream. We don't have an electric razor yet.
No, don't know how to
Use one of
them.
those, like-
rip it.
You're running around in the
cutthroat.
bathroom with the full beard of shaving cream.
Yeah.
Have you seen
Like a
my
real man.
pants?
Okay, guys, let's get
That's
into
exactly
it.
what I do.
Can I tell you by the way who was the MVP of the weekend for me?
Who?
Fabiano. This guy Fabiano, I have to say, Fabiano might be one of the greatest hires of the UFC in the past 10 years. He is unbelievable. You close your eyes, you listen to this man. I wish we could show you some of it. Like you listen to him do the translations in Spanish, right? And all of a sudden it's like, is that the same dude who was speaking in Portuguese in Brazil a couple weeks ago? It's a completely different accent. And then there was the one fight, Edgar Chairez. He was all emotional afterwards, talking about his grandfather. He didn't have the money to have surgery last year, so his grandfather sold his truck, and he said he was sitting in the front row last year at UFC Mexico, but he's now in the front row in heaven. You remember that? And Fabiano's in there, and you see him listening, and he says it with such passion. I love this freaking guy. I can't get enough of him. He is unbelievable. He's such a mensch too. He's such a sweetheart. But I just, in that moment, to be able to remember everything and recite it with such passion, like he gets the cadence down, he gets the emotion. He remembers everything. You don't feel like he's cutting corners. He is invaluable. Honestly, you guys think I'm joking. I'm not joking. When you have a card, when a lot of the fighters can't speak English and you want to try to get them over as superstars, you need that guy there. He's very important.
And the
Fantastic.
structure of that one in particular, right, about the grandfather, like it
Yeah.
had to be told that way because the payoff's the last
Yes,
sentence.
the payoff.
So
Now he's in heaven. Yes.
Yeah, it was so good.
He
Yeah.
was amazing. If you have not seen, especially that post-fight interview, he was phenomenal all night, but that post-fight interview just speaks to how spectacular he is at his job. And I think he does Portuguese. He does Spanish. I think he might know one more. I think he told us one time, maybe Italian or something too.
I think it is Italian, yeah.
Yeah,
I think it is.
He's unbelievable. Brandon Moreno wins main event. Commiseration, Steve Erceg. I mean, can we get him like a top 30 guy? I mean, golly, this guy has fought the three arguably toughest guys in the weight class. It's Pantoja, it's Moreno and it's KKF. And I know there's other guys in between. Obviously, there's Manel and all that. But, like, I mean, it don't get much tougher than them. But Moreno, once again, looks good, goes the distance, back-to-back wins for him. To me, the big question is, what do they do with him? Afterwards, he said, get me on Guadalajara. Great. I don't think he's in the title picture. I tell you what, a gooch fight against him. And so later that night, by the way, not to jump ahead, but it is relevant to the conversation, they did officially announce on the Ryzen broadcast, Ryzen 50, congratulations to everyone over there, that as first reported on the Boys in the Back, Kyoji Horiguchi is coming back to the UFC. So he's vacating the flyweight title and he's coming back to the UFC. And in addition to that, they also announced that they're going to hold a flyweight Grand Prix to determine the new champion. A lot of interesting names out there. Maybe this is a spot for Muhammad Mokaev. Anyway, back to Moreno. Any thoughts, guys? Who does he fight?
This is the problem.
He's in that Joe B territory.
Yeah.
The classic Joe B.
There's a few Joe Bs. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Pantoja has created infinite Joe Bs. Like Roy Val's in the same spot. Like there is a logjam. There needs to be a shakeup. Connor and I were talking about it on Boys in the Back last week, and it just feels like these top guys are going to have to fight some young up-and-comers and shake up the division in the way that welterweight did. Welterweight was real stagnant for a long time, where it was like Masvidal, Edwards, Usman, and they were just kind of just all doing round robins and fighting each other, and nobody could break in. Now we've got new names in Sean Brady, Shavkat, Ian Gary, all of a JDM. All of a sudden, it feels like welterweight has a new coat of paint and new life to it. We're just gonna have to have the Roy Vals and the Morenos fighting like
a Joshua Van.
Exactly.
Can I tell you the one that I would like?
Yeah, let's hear it.
I don't know if they'll do it. I don't know if it makes sense, but what about Manel Cape?
Yeah.
Against Brandon Moreno.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I'm in.
I like that. Now, would Manel be willing to wait until Guadalajara? Feels like that needs to be Moreno's next fight.
You think they'll save him? Yeah. I mean, he just fought a couple of weeks ago, right? It was like March 1st or something. And the question is, Manel's probably going to say,
I want the title.
I want the title. But by all accounts, it's going to be KKF.
And by the way, Moreno might be like, I don't want to fight that guy. I feel like I just, like it's a really dicey situation the UFC has on their hands, but they need to make something turn over at the top of that division.
Brandon Moreno, Tatsuro Taira?
That's a tough one for Taira, but yeah. It's going to have to be one of those guys. I would love to see Horiguchi, but what I
against Pantoja or against Moreno?
No, well, look, I heard that they were going to have him fight Tajir Ulanbekov, and that's in the.
I'm saying though, with a win there, what are you
yeah.
saying? Are you saying
Bajin.
Moreno, or are you saying?
Well, down the line. I mean, Horiguchi is a freaking legend, and he just brings like a guy that you don't have to build. We know who he is. He's got a huge.
If he
following.
wins, he should fight for the title, 100%.
Kai Sakura?
Hell, I'd give him the title shot now if I'm being honest.
Kai Sakura against Moreno.
Yeah,
it's not bad.
Let's do it.
Okay, so we got options.
Yeah, there's options.
All those lads at the back.
But the issue is for Brandon Moreno, he's number 2, and
exactly.
there's just no way you can give him a title shot.
Yo, how's an Isakura? He's not even in the top 10.
I think he's actually 15th. Or
golly,
this is the issue. You have to convince Moreno, Royval, guys like that to take those fights because there's not a lot of upside for them. They're like it doesn't get them any closer to a title, but you have to kind of convince them that they're not getting that title shot anytime soon anyway. So if you want to keep fighting and you want to make your money and stay busy, you have to fight these younger guys, but it's a tough situation for the veterans who like Royval and like Moreno who are just sitting there at the top and are better than everybody except for this one guy.
True or
wasn't
false?
Horiguchi
Go ahead.
wasn't he in the Joe B slot for a long time himself though? So we're essentially bringing
DJ?
back. Yeah, so we're bringing back a guy to be like, have a go again. Let's see. You know what I mean? He could add to the pile there, unfortunately. As well,
unless I'm
DJ's
forgetting,
gone.
he only lost to DJ once, right? Or did he lose to him twice?
I thought twice in my head, but I could be wrong.
I think it was just UFC 186 in Montreal.
And he's behind the 8 ball then because of that, though, right? Like they weren't keen on putting him into that fight.
Yeah, and to be honest, like he left, he was way more active. He became a huge star in Japan. He's a lot more popular now than he is. You look at his social media, like anytime he posts anything, it explodes. He's got a YouTube channel.
The Gooch is the man.
He went out.
A
he built up
Japanese
his name.
champion would become a megastar.
Yeah, and you know what? I love the way they did it. Sakakibara's in the ring. He's announced it like there's no bad blood. I'm going out there. There's something cool about the way they do it.
It seems like Ryzen has always been very good at we're trading talent, passing on talent, play with everybody. They've always been good about like
him in particular.
Maintaining that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so I guess he does have options. Big win for him. He lost last year in Mexico. So it was great to see him. I mean, he's still a star. The question that I was going to ask you, PT, true or false, does Brandon Moreno hold that flyweight title again? You can make a very strong case he's the best guy not holding the belt right now. He's the second best flyweight in the world, right? Do you think he ever gets it?
Going to my head, I'd say no, but I wouldn't rule it out.
Because there's a scenario Pantoja loses and then he fights the guy who beat. You know what I mean? It's not.
Oh
dead.
yeah, absolutely. He definitely has a skill set. It's just is it whether a compelling matchup presents itself there, like whether the champion is unseated. That's really the main thing he's waiting for now. It's exactly the situation you talked about. There's so many examples across every division now. Like this is a regular problem the UFC get themselves in. When a guy clears out a division, there's always one guy there that you're like, he could probably give him the best fight, but we've already seen it, and unfortunately, that's where he's at.
And if let's say Kai Kara France does win, how do you say no to Royval, who beat Moreno? Like it's a dicey.
Is there any chance they do a Moreno Royval rubber match?
Man,
1-on-1 against each other.
But I wouldn't mind some fresh.
Royval's 7-3 in the UFC, and his losses are to Pantoja, Moreno. It's just
crazy.
it needs new
it's
blood.
clear the three best flyweights in the world are Pantoja, Royval, and Moreno.
Poor Ursay.
With one
But 2 and
asterisk
3 can't beat number 1.
No, Horiguchi has to jump in there, in my opinion. I think Horiguchi will be a top 3 guy.
Freaking Ursay.
We'll see.
Maybe we'll get Ursay versus Royval.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go. Ursig, Royval, and if he loses that one, we'll give him Albazi. If he loses that one, we'll give him.
This is what I'm saying. We're just spinning wheels here. We're just continuing to
What
make up
happened to
these
giving
scenarios.
him a top 30? What happened to giving him a top 30?
No, I know.
I'm thinking like a Tim
Royval,
Elliott next for Steve Ursig.
Poor Steve, man. The guy's tough as nails. He's in there.
Yeah.
And he's going to Brazil to fight Pantoja. He's going to Mexico to fight Moreno. The poor guy.
Australia to fight Kai Kara France.
Yeah, seriously. I mean,
If they do a UFC Portugal, he'll fight Manel Kopp.
If you are somebody who thought Ursig got put into a title shot and it was too soon and he wasn't legit, I think these 3 fights, despite that they were losses, have shown that he actually is this level, have shown that he actually is good and was worthy of being put into that spot. I've been more impressed by Steve Ursig than I have been feeling like the title shot was too much too soon or like some kind of fluke thing. I think he's very much a top guy. He looks legit. It's just that the very top of this division is extremely good. And Moreno turning back the clock and finding something new in the last 2 fights is just, he's the second best guy in my opinion. But I believe Steve Ursig is as good as advertised, despite the fast launch into a title shot and then the skid afterwards. I think he's somewhere in between that.
true or false, PT? Kyoji Horiguchi will be UFC champion.
Come on, mate. I want to dream. I would dare to dream. I'll say, yeah, why not? But I mean, look, it's completely, until we see him back in there, we really have no idea. We've seen this before. Guys go to a different promotion and they come back. It's very hard to tell. It's a completely different level. You see it across all promotions. A guy goes to the UFC and it can be one thing or the other. It's going to be the same thing with Patricio Pitbull. I know Kyoji was here before, but he's been away for a long time. The fight game has changed. I'm very interested to see it. But if he gets off on a good foot, why not? But I do think, like, even with Pitbull and guys like that coming up, you're like, I wonder how this is going to go after we kind of worship this guy in another promotion for so long. You never really know.
Sure. It is crazy. That title fight against DJ was 10 years ago.
Jesus.
March of 15.
I'll give you one. True or false, Kyoji Horiguchi fights Alexandre Pantoja.
Ooh.
I'm going to say true.
Yeah.
I hope
Yeah,
true. I hope true.
Golly.
ATT.
Yeah. And
No, like
Masvidal was
friends.
saying
He's saying
he has seen him spar 20 times. Says it's incredible.
Yeah.
Great
I would love
fisherman.
to see it.
UFC belt on the line, though.
Yep.
Best man wins. And the other thing about it, why I think it actually makes a lot of sense, besides the fact that it seems like when you asked Pantoja when you had him, that he seemed open to it as long as they could figure out a way to make it work. The other part about it is you assume if it's a good fight, they'll do it two or three more times like they do it with every good flyweight fight. So it's not like it's like do or die, right? You lose to your friend, and then you fight him again and see maybe you win the next one.
Anyone have an issue with the stoppage in the Manuel Torres Drew Dober fight? No. You didn't have an issue.
I didn't either.
Really? That was like 15 shots unanswered.
Oh, I thought you were going the other way. I thought you were like, yeah, Drew Dober was just about to get back into the fight, mate. What are you doing?
That would be egregious.
No, that was bad. That was bad.
Well, Drew Dober in that picture feels
that was bad.
He was going for the ankle pick, mate.
With what Dober has shown us in the past with his chin and his toughness, I'm okay if you look. You don't know, like maybe the conversation in the back was, I want to go, like, nah, I'm okay with it ultimately.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a weird situation as well, Ariel. Like, it's not like he's just on the ground and he's prone. He is, I know when on the replay, you can clearly see like there's not a lot of force through it, but he is trying to attack a leg. It's an awkward situation for the referee.
He ain't attacking no leg. I mean, he was just kind of like turtling up there. Well, that sucked. A beautifully timed 1-2 by Manuel Torres. There's not much to go off of other than, unfortunately, stepping in front of the rear hand of a long power puncher. I'm looking on uncrowned.com. You know, uncrowned.com, among the many great things that they do a great job of kind of recapping it all for MMA. It's Drake Riggs who often does it, and it's all in there, including clips and whatnot of things that happen. And I was watching this yesterday. The clip is gone now, but it must have been like legit. It must have been legit 15 unanswered shots.
I think it was 15.
Like hammer fists. And I saw some people, a couple behind that. Yeah, okay. The guy's freaking launching a plethora of shots to an opponent who's essentially turtled up. I don't know. I thought that was 10 shots too many.
I'm fine with that, you know, being the sentiment, but then we can't have the alternative where if he stops it, everybody's going, too soon. He was still in
stops
it.
Like, split the difference. It was 15. Stop it at 7.5.
I'm okay.
6 in one, half dozen in the other.
Dober has proven his mettle to the point that I'm okay letting him have one more chance to stay in it. He was done, but it was fine.
Edgar Shara's incredible neck crank, incredible walkout as well, incredible bullets. You guys see the bullets?
Oh yeah.
He had like the
bandolier.
What is it, like Yosemite Sam?
No, I don't know what that is.
Yosemite Sam, did you watch?
Yeah.
Who's the one that had that? One of the characters had
Terminator?
that.
Speedy Gonzalez?
Did Yosemite Sam have that?
Someone had it.
No, not Speedy Gonzalez. Who had it?
You almost Mandela affected me there for a second.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I thought I was going to pull it up and he was going to have the bullets on.
What is that? Like, how do those work?
Who had it?
I'm going to be exposing myself, but like, what do you do? You
take the bullet off the
is
strap.
Just one at a time?
One at a time.
Well, yeah, or there's guns that utilize them where you can feed it into
a Gatling gun,
the system.
But that's not what he's
if I'm ever walking down the street and a guy walks up to me with those,
like that, yeah.
like, I mean, that's just
take my money, mate.
I mean, that would likely mean they have a gun accompanied with it, so I'm going to get pretty uncomfortable.
By the way, I'm not seeing like any cartoon characters that have been.
No, someone had it
like
for
cartoons
sure.
Did you watch it?
Yo, even if you're walking in front of me, no gun, rocking those.
Speedy Gonzalez, right?
We're nervous.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's walking with bullets.
Sure.
I mean, you talk about squeaky bum time. Like, you walk up to me rocking those things. What are they called? What is that called? Like a
bandolier. I've said it 15 times.
A mandolier?
Bandolier.
Why is it called that?
That's just the name.
I don't know.
I gotta tell you. I mean, it's...
why is it called that? Oh, hang on.
By the way,
Oxford Dictionary.
He walked into the fight rocking those.
Yeah, it's sick.
How does that fit into the uniform policy?
I like it. No, we should all be for this. This is great.
No,
this is great.
This is good. This is
getting sponsored bullets.
By the way, I actually kind of love it. I actually kind of love it.
Wait till the custom Venom shorts with the bandoliers on. It's gonna be
imagine he walks up to the tunnel.
Yeah. The custom Venom shorts with the pistols on the side.
Listen, I think it's great because it differentiates him. But imagine he actually like gets to the tunnel. He's about to walk out there. And he's got those, and the person in charge of, there's someone who makes sure that you're okay. He's like, excuse me, you can't have those. You got to take them off per Section 15 of the uniform policy. Venom, and they always blame it on the sponsor, but it's really the UFC. I ain't saying anything. If I'm that guy,
good job.
Go get him.
Give him a thumbs
Good
up.
luck, Edgar.
Pat him on the butt.
Go get him.
Get him, Tiger.
Well done.
Nice bullets.
Golly, terrifying. Rosas gets the win. You guys feel good about it? Oh, look at that! I saw a little
dicey moment.
Yo,
there.
crazy.
What a
submission.
weird setup for a dart, and he had a little, he had a secondary submission on it as well. It was crazy. It was a lovely little trap. And I saw the boys talking about it. And I was very much in agreement with them when you were talking about this on Thursday, lads. When you were going like, I don't really see this as the step up. I want to see a more significant step up. I think the feeling coming out of this fight is like, I'm glad he won. You know, at least they keep on have that momentum there with him because it was a dodgy moment towards the end. I don't know if the right thing to do there is to have such a significant jump now after that. Well, if they're trying to nurture this talent for Mexico, etc., I don't know. I know that's not always their policy, but that's my feeling after it.
If that was Rob Font, does he win the fight?
No.
What you mean?
Like if that was the fight that he was talking about. He was saying he got called to step in against Rob Font.
Oh man,
if he was fighting Rob Font that night, does he? Yeah, it's probably not. So
I feel like Rob
right.
Font would revel in that as well.
By the way, we forget this dude's 20, and I know there's lofty aspirations and all that, and he's trying to break the record. Like he's 20.
I was ready to put the rocket ship on him. I'm coming down a little bit. I'd say
fine.
maybe let's slow it.
You know who I'm
there's
ready
no
to
issue
put
with that. You
yeah,
know?
go
Like,
ahead.
There's no issue with that in terms of the UFC as a promotion. They have a guy. They're aware of how young he is. That's one of the big selling points for this guy. Like, there's no point in flooring it with this dude. You have so much time to play with. I don't think people are going to be screaming for like get him against a top 10 guy or something after that.
You know who I'm ready to. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just going to say the wins are Jay Perrin, Terrence Mitchell, Ricky Tercios, Richie Lang, and Vince Morales. So nothing upper echelon.
But still solid. I mean, getting the win in the UFC.
Yeah. He's
got
winning.
The spotlight. You got the pressure.
That's important. Just the winning is important.
The fact that he has that many fights and he's still 20 in the UFC is crazy.
And he won on Contender Series as well.
And the ones when he was 8 years old. The guy's been fighting for his entire life.
Okay, let me try for a third time. The one that I do want to strap the rocket to.
Who?
Ateba Gautier. I mean, this guy is something. I mean, did you see him? He's a terrifying mofo.
Oh, yes.
Yo, the way he punches, the way he looks out there, the ferocity, the power.
6'4" Cameroonian.
Yep. Yo, the story is incredible, too. They did a great job of setting up the backstory and getting the opportunity to come over to England to train. I think, what was it, in Manchester?
Manchester top team.
Yeah.
That's right, with Carl Prince. I actually spoke to Carl Prince today, and who was in the bed behind him? Our
in the
boy
bed?
Atiba.
What?
Yeah, they're staying in the Station Palace because obviously Carl Prince is staying out there for Larone's fight.
Wait, what's the Station Palace? Do you mean the Palace Station?
Palace Station, sorry, that's the one. Come on.
That's where they have the fighters?
That's where he is now.
Yo, that's like a motel.
I know, yeah. That's where Connor stayed the first time he went to Las Vegas
yeah,
to sign his UFC deal.
All right.
Yeah. But such a weird way he came to that gym was through the coach, Carl Prince, like that got him over there. I think he was speaking to some kind of security guy from Gabon, and they pulled him over like into Manchester. But incredible things that they're doing, like Manchester top team. Obviously, like there was a guy, a real pioneer in that section around the 2000s called Carl Tanswell, and unfortunately we lost him, I'd say about 10 years ago. But all of these kind of disciples of his have popped up in various places, like Alex Enland, Davey Grant has a gym as well, and they're all kind of like tributaries off Carl Tanswell. But I feel like Carl Prince and what he's doing in Manchester top team with the likes of Lewis McGrillen, with the likes of Laurent Murphy, Dakota Ditcheva started there as well. He has Ibragimov, the guy you really liked on that PFL show, the PFL Europe show, and now this dude. Like, I mean, it feels like the first significant powerhouse gym in Manchester in a very, very long time. So it's a really exciting story. And if Laurent goes in and does a job against Emmett, it's going to be they'll have the rocket ship strapped to them or whatever you said.
Big spot for Murphy. Kind of wish that fight was happening 2 weeks ago, right? At the O2.
Yeah, and it would have been huge for him if I had.
Right.
And I think that fight would have added so much to the card. I know the lads talked about this as well. But like Emmett and Laurent are two bangers. It's going to be a savage fight, and I really think Laurent needs to be put over in that way.
He missed Manchester. He missed Manchester in July. Now he's missing, and he just missed the.
He only fought once.
Yeah,
he only fought once against Josh Kulabau, I believe it was. But he needs that. He needs to get people behind him in that way. I think it would have been perfect to see it, because if he wins this fight, I mean, he's right there with Arnie. Then, like, you have two UK guys knocking on the door of title contention at 145. Very exciting.
Way to color the whole picture for us there. Well done, Pete C. Your thoughts on Loopy having to
Yeah, a lot of shy talk, as I say, over the weekend in MMA. Poor old Joe Pyfer as well. I heard him talk about his ordeal with the shits. I didn't know. You know, I heard people like every time the fight goes to Mexico, you hear this concern about water on Wednesday to Friday. I don't think I've ever heard it as prevalent as it was on this card. Having never been to Mexico, I wasn't aware. I was just wondering, have any of you had water experiences in Mexico City?
Montezuma's Revenge.
Frank has.
Yeah. Frank, tell us about it.
Yeah, Frank, tell us more.
I mean,
Montezuma's Revenge.
I think that's actually what it's called. Went to Mexico when I was a teenager.
Okay.
For a few days with my family.
Yes.
On the ride back, I got so deathly ill, and I was deathly ill for like 4 or 5 days afterwards.
Oof.
Projectile.
Oof.
The last thing I ate there was guacamole, and I don't think the guacamole is what did it, but like swore guacamole off for like 3 or 4 years because of the association of how sick I was. Oof. So like when they talk about it, like
you didn't mention that when you did your pound for pound on Thursday.
There was a lot that I didn't mention on it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Montezuma's Revenge is a colloquial term for traveler's diarrhea, a common gastrointestinal illness that affects people who visit developing countries.
Is that what you had, Frank?
Yes, but coming out both ends.
Yeah. Diarrhea, abdominal cramps, nausea, projectile vomiting.
What a day.
Simultaneous?
What makes it
Frank?
projectile?
I felt
What's
like
the difference between normal and projectile?
That it's shooting. I mean, you get
like
the spray.
Like a jetpack coming out the ass.
Like there's like I feel a little sick, and then there's like, oh my God.
I'm gonna die.
Like Tracy Morgan level of vomit.
Oh, I saw that. Jesus, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that was awful at the Knicks game.
Bad, yeah.
Zuma, he'll come and
I took a shower. My son was watching the game.
I thought you were going to say something else there.
No. My son was watching the Knicks game. I take a shower, and then I come back, and I'm like, why has it, like, what? How come only like a minute has gone by? And he's like, well, some guy threw up. I'm like, what are you talking about? Some guy threw up. He's like, no, I swear, some guy threw up. And then I go online, it's Tracy Morgan just.
At that point, did you think it was a player? Like, what were you like? You had no idea.
I think he just misunderstood. I thought maybe
you. I'm saying when he's like, some guy threw up. What were you thinking?
No, I thought maybe he thought like, oh, he saw someone spill a drink. Some guy threw up. What are you talking about? Like, it just seems a little bit far fetched.
Puke and diarrhea has been too intertwined in my life these last few days.
More? What else?
The Loopy, the Pyfer. Now we're getting Frank's story.
Yeah.
I was at a wedding. A guy just vomited at the wedding.
Right in front of you? Was it the groom?
Right next to me. It
Irish
wasn't the groom.
Thank God.
Sounds Irish.
Yeah. It's just one of my boys.
Speak up or forever hold your peace.
Yeah, I was like, yeah.
Well, speaking of Joe Pyfer, he gave a pretty solid explanation. Do we have the whole thing, or do we just have...
Concise.
It was like 3.5 minutes. I think we just got
Anyway, here's a bit of what Joe had to say after his fight against Kelvin Gastelum got canceled on fight day, just a couple hours before.
Well, wanted to jump on here and address what happened. So I went to my team dinner. I did not drink the water. I hadn't drank the water the whole time I was out there. Went to my team dinner, had some food that was in a place that was supposedly trusted, and a couple hours later, I had the runs. I think I shit at least 10, 11 times. I went from, I think 209 pounds, something like that, as I was still hydrating, down to 194 pounds the morning of, with a puddle that I was sleeping in, a fever, nausea, obviously, like vomit, excruciating stomach pain, and the doctor didn't find it smart to go and fight, and the doctor, as well as I didn't find it smart to fight like that. And I know that's not what everybody wants, but I have to look out for me and my health and what's my best interest. Trust me, I am upset as well. To make that weight, put my body through that, not get paid for it, go out there, spend a bunch of money, bring all my, close friends and family out, and to not be able to perform. It's the first time it's ever happened to me, but I'm not regretful of my decision, and I'm proud of myself, proud of my decision, and, I live to fight another day, and what's meant to be is meant to be, and, our fight with Calvin was not meant to be yesterday, and it is what it is, so.
Yeah, so there's Joe. Tough spot for him. Seen a couple of Curtis Blades a couple of weeks ago as well. I don't know if it was the same thing, but just it's got to suck. I mean, yeah, you go through a whole training camp, you go all the way to Mexico, you got a big fight for him. Maybe his most high-profile fight against Kelvin in Mexico. I think some people were upset with some of his comments there. That was just kind of like a concise version, but
you can see it in his face, though, can't you? Like you can see, like he looks very gaunt for a guy who's not in the midst of a weight cut. Like he seems like a guy who's been struggling in that specific kind of situation. Like as he's talking there, he seems so drained. Oh, I love it. Yeah, I love the fight.
I know that flight was terrible.
Oh, gosh. You seem to be speaking from experience.
Yeah, it's just a horrible experience.
It is. Speaking of another weird one, Jamal Emmer's corner gets into it. You guys see this?
Did we get a full explanation for this?
I haven't seen one.
I did see the clip. I didn't really understand it, though, yeah.
But then afterwards, they took a picture together, and it seemed all good.
It was almost like the coach was like telling, like, I told you, so, like, he should have been doing X, Y, Z. And then I guess they were buddy afterward. But, yeah, I don't know. I've never
After
seen
the
that
dub.
before.
Time and place, boys.
Yeah. Well, we did find out, like I said, that the Carlos Praches Jeff Neal fight is off. That was supposed to happen in 2 weekends in Miami. I'm thinking, last I heard, I don't know if they're going to get someone for Miami, so we might be losing Praches. It is a loaded card. Maybe Buckley? What do you guys think?
I'm down for that.
100% down for that.
That's an even better spot for Praches if he can win.
If you look at who's out there, I don't think they're going to get Ian Gary to do it, especially on short notice. Brady just fought. Shavkat hurt. Leon just fought. Usman, is he taking that fight on short notice? Probably not. Maybe, but JDM, title fight. Buckley's out there 6. Gary 7. Burns 8. Colby 9. Jeff Neal 10. Where the hell is Carlos Praches? 13?
Yeah.
Yeah. To me, Praches versus Buckley. Maybe in KC. You know, Buckley's from he's from St. Louis.
When is that one?
April 26th.
Yeah.
That's a bummer that fight's off because he's so much fun to watch.
And it was interesting with the welterweight situation as well, with the likes of Burns and Morales fighting at 315. You know, we're constantly talking, like exactly what Rick was talking about with the flyweight division. We're actually seeing it happen in the welterweight division where they're trying to bleed in a new era of contenders. So that was exciting. It's taken a bit of excitement away from what could happen to welterweight,
what do you like?
I guess.
That one or Ian Gary?
I'd love the Gary fight. Yeah, I think that's a great fight too.
Yeah.
But really, in the spirit of what we're saying, you'd rather see him go in against a Jeff Neal, against an established guy in the division to get that place, to take that place off them in the title mix, essentially.
I think they're very much behind Carlos. I think they want to put him in big fights. He's got such a great personality, such a fun personality. I was watching a video of I don't know, someone did a video on Fighting Nerds. It was an Australian girl, and she went to Brazil, and she's interviewing all of them.
Oh, Ali Mack, I think.
Perhaps. Is she Australian?
Yeah, she's Australian.
And he's just out there outside the gym smoking cigarettes. He's legit smoking cigarettes.
Baby.
He's
it's a shoot.
Oh my God, this
man
guy
smokes.
He's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And I know that's not something like, oh yeah, he's my favorite fighter because he smokes cigarettes, but there's just something so endearing about him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think he is many people's favorite fighter because he smokes cigarettes. It's cool.
He knocks people out and smokes cigarettes.
Yeah.
It's sick.
Smoking is so back, man.
Oh, it's been back. Yeah, I don't know if it ever went anywhere.
This guy's #1 fan.
I don't know if it ever went anywhere.
I mean, I would imagine he's your #1 fan just because of the shared, technique. Yeah.
I was actually looking to enjoying a couple Marlboro Reds after a big win in UFC 314. Now that'll be delayed. You smoke? That's what my doctor's going to ask me. I'm going to be like, only on Carlos Praches fight. How often does he fight? 3 or 4 times a year.
Not enough.
Yeah. Not enough.
A couple pieces of bad news. Well, maybe not bad news, but Antonina Shevchenko announcing her retirement. The sister of one Valentina Shevchenko. She's now a full-time pilot, guys. So, I mean, I think that this...
Rear switch. Shut up.
Imagine hopping on the jet and it's Antonina guiding the way.
Yeah, the friendly skies. Love it. Ryan Bader, he has parted ways with PFL. Seems like he had one fight left. They came to They came to some kind of an agreement. And this was floated to me. You know, he's in that Smashing Machine movie. He plays the role of Mark Coleman in that Mark Kerr-inspired film. The Rock's in it.
Ryan Bader does. I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, he's in it.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah,
he's in it.
I only knew The Rock was in there.
What if they have him fight in Ryzen? In Japan, you know, it's probably going to be a big deal. It's about Kerr fighting in Pride back in the day in Japan. I would imagine that, you know, there'll be some buzz surrounding it. It's The Rock. I don't know. I would
imagine he's not going to go back to the UFC. So, it's that or GFL.
Just been a bit slow.
Protection Day.
Yeah, I thought
he's just acting.
Isn't there like a TBA against?
Oh yeah, against Verdum. You like that?
I mean, it's a
Frank, it's too late. It's too late. Yeah, that would be something.
Too late to protect your
What was on the gram? Anything good?
Well, you were scrolling the gram right now.
Oh, I sent you guys a clip of darts in the 80s. Did you guys see this?
Yeah, you sent it at 4 a.m. on Friday morning.
But did you watch it? Because it was funny when they're like lighting each other's
Yeah,
cigarettes.
they're smoking cigarettes. It was great.
This is what you're bringing up. We're talking about Ryan Bader's career path.
He's trying to deflect right now from him.
The fact that you just missed it.
Yeah.
Well, that's all well and good. Biggest story of the weekend by far has to be this fight announced. I know PT's all over it. You know the fight.
We talking McGrillen v. Alan Philpott here, or what are we doing?
That's a big... No, this one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, know yourself, Pujanowski against Eddie Hall. And I can tell you guys, the great Eddie Hall, the world's strongest man, joining us on the program tomorrow.
Boom. Well, you can ask me how them rounds went with Aspinall.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's been in the cooker down there. Yeah. I saw him throwing around those two flyweights. So I found that very entertaining.
I don't know if those... Were they flyweights?
They look like
atom weights. Yeah, I think it may have been smaller than that.
They might have been 185. It's just beside him.
When he power bombs the one and the guy pops back up and he just immediately starches him. It's so ridiculous.
It was so good. It was so good.
I've never seen a man of that girth with abs. It's very impressive. You know, like Eddie's like probably.
I found a side-by-side. I should actually send it to Jordan. I found a side-by-side of them at their peaks, like when they're both in like the best shape of their lives. It's gonna be something else to watch these two dudes fight.
By the way,
isn't it crazy that Pujan's still around though? Like he was brought in to sell KSW to a mainstream audience in Poland. He absolutely did that. But like this is very early doors in that promotion's history, and now he's still headlining against Eddie Hall, doing effectively the same job he did since day one. I know he went down a serious MMA arc there for a while. The man's getting on. To still be that guy that's pulling in all the eyeballs for KSW was a hell of an achievement.
And so you know that famous video of Connor sparring the big guy? That's on him, right? That's not Eddie Hall, right?
No, that's a different guy.
That's Game of Thrones, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Well, that's going down KSW 105, April 26th. So April 26th, a big day in combat sports, because you also have, of course, the UFC back in Kansas City.
The Cup semifinal.
What is it? Oh yeah. Oh God. Oh wait, April 26th. Oh my God. That's Eubank Ben.
Yeah, Eubank Ben.
Oh my God. KSW.
Hooge Hall.
Forest against Man City.
Forest, Man City.
God, I'd love to go to that. Could you imagine? Could we actually figure it out that we go to Wembley for Forest, Man City, and then just dart over to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium?
We need a chopper. We need a chopper.
Would we need a chopper?
No. You can get the train. Easy.
Piece
of piss.
Piece of piss.
I just
down.
I just wonder if the timing works out. Because I feel like the first semifinal is Crystal Palace against Aston Villa. That's got to be on first, right?
Mm-hmm.
And are they both playing on the same day?
I don't know.
On the same pitch?
Let me tell you right now.
No, I think they do it Saturday, Sunday. I think
it's a 10 a.m. Eastern start.
Which one?
Nottingham Forest, Man City. So that'd be what, 3 English?
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way the fight's starting
3. So we're
4 or 5. There's
5:30.
We can stop for lunch and everything and be there.
Yeah.
But wait, are they both playing on the same day? Are they both playing on the same day?
Who else is playing?
Aston Villa against Crystal Palace. I mean, Preston was in there, PT. You know yourself.
Yeah, brother, what's going on with Chris Wood?
I know. I'm worried.
He's been my talisman.
Nah, you're delighted.
Talisman.
They are on the 26th at 10 a.m. Wow, just it sounds like the 10 a.m. is just a filler.
Yeah.
I
think we need to workshop this, but I got to tell you, I am intrigued.
I'm in. If the boys are in, I am in.
By the way, you know
If
it's
Chris Wood could, then Chris Wood would.
If we're gonna do Wembley and the Eubank Bend, I can't tell you how there I am.
what's so interesting about this is that there's one member of the team who's been saying it's like his most, anticipated fight, and he hasn't said a thing.
word.
He hasn't said a word about it. He literally hasn't said a word. Here we are, like actually trying to make it happen, and this guy's like,
sits in the cut.
Yeah,
no
man,
problem.
let's go. I'm good.
The Nottingham Forest official website also says 10. Let me check the Aston Villa official website. Got to get the official website.
We're playing United tomorrow, PT, just for the record.
Yeah, I mean, greatly. United are terrible this season, but like we couldn't have asked for a better situation to be playing Forest after, penalties. They played 120 minutes.
Chris Wood.
Chris Wood, man, he set the world on fire this year. So
I mean,
I don't want to wish him. I don't want to
Cup.
wish him bad.
No.
I don't want to wish him any evil.
Yeah, they're both listed at 10 at Wembley Stadium on.
All right, so let's see. How can we find out? I mean, I can ask the team. I mean, I'm kind of buddies with them and everything.
Even if it was like a 5 o'clock start, 6 o'clock start, could we still make it?
We could do various live posts on IG. We could go live while we're on the train just to explain to people where we are. It could be
if they start at 3 p.m. English, I might just after the game take a flight to Poland to watch Poods versus Hall.
No, but those boxing matches, they have them on earlier, especially with the curfews and all that. This isn't like a 1 a.m. type thing.
No,
you know what I mean?
they'll be walking 10 p.m.
10 p.m.
Earliest.
That's what I'm nervous about.
No, we can make that.
Earliest.
We can make that, dude. We can make that.
the fuck out of that, Ariel. Come on, man.
Easy.
Dare to dream.
Even if it's a 6 p.m., 7 p.m. local, we could still make it.
Dare to dream.
Up
Ariel.
on the tube? Is that the train you're talking about?
Yeah, the underground.
What would Brian Clough say? He'd say, "Let's fucking do it."
You know what he would say?
Boys.
Que sera, sera.
That's right. You might say
Whatever, Wembley, something like that.
Be a hell of a day.
Yeah, it would be a day. By the way, guys, what about this story? Have you seen this story on uncrowned.com? GFL middleweight Marus Kiechgivich, a.k.a. the Iron Pole. Have you seen this story, guys? Stabbed in the chest while taking out the trash.
Whew.
Insane.
He was taking out the trash, a normal activity on a normal Wednesday night after putting his two daughters to bed. The GFL middleweight walked into the dark alley behind his home in Winnipeg last week, tossed the trash in the bin, then turned around and got stabbed in the chest.
That's horrifying.
This on uncrowned.com right now, written by the great Ben Folks. Quote, "It was weird." He told Uncrowned. He spoke about it.
Crazy.
It was like bumping into someone at the grocery store. Like when you're reaching to grab something off the shelf, you turn around, you bump into someone. That was essentially what it was, except there was some pain behind it. It startled me a little bit. Yeah, I'd say so. He was drafted by GFL's London team earlier this year. He didn't initially realize what had happened. All he knew was that a man in a hooded sweatshirt with I read this initially as baklava, but it's balaclava.
If he had a baklava, I'd be more interested.
I was like, he had that new baklava hoodie.
He's coming over to his house to go to a nice gathering, and then he stabs him in the chest.
Serving knife.
Holding a Turkish
What the hell is a
treat in his hand.
balaclava? Oh, it's a thing.
Yeah,
It's a mask.
the face mask.
Yeah, look at
Wear that in your bandolier.
Bandolier, balaclava. You're
look
learning.
at Ben
Hand in hand.
flexing his his hoity-toity vocabulary with a balaclava. I just call that a turtleneck.
Mate,
Partially concealing his face.
Everyone
had
knows what a
stepped into him
balaclava is, mate.
Was some
Everyone
kind of
knows.
short blow to the chest. That jolt hurt more than it should have. Now, let me get this. Oh my gosh.
I tell you what.
I just
Maru-
read it,
Joe
so I
Rogan
can
does-
summarize it for you.
No, what? The name?
Oh, the name.
I'm trying to get his name right.
I
Yeah,
want
that
to
I
hear
can't
the end
help
of this
with.
story.
Keikovic.
What did it end up
Keikovic.
happening with him?
Okay, he gets stabbed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It misses the heart by
Oh.
millimeters.
Wow.
So, okay, he gets stabbed. He 1-2s the guy. The guy falls to the ground. He goes, oh, shit, I
Bro,
got
save
stabbed.
them a click. Don't save them a click.
All right,
You want
all right,
them- No,
all
I'm
right,
kidding.
I
I'm
can't-
kidding. I'm
can't-
joking.
can't-
Go read it on the
Connor wants to know, but we'll talk off air.
No, stop it.
Finish the story, damn it.
Okay. So he 1-2s the guy.
Jesus.
The guy falls down. Then he goes, oh, shit, I got stabbed. He stuffs a towel in there, drives to the hospital.
Drives himself.
He comes in and he's like, yo, I got stabbed in the chest. Help me. They take him into surgery. They say, missed your heart by millimeters, missed your lungs. Everything could have been fatal if it got your heart. Would have had open heart surgery. Probably never fighting again, blah, blah, blah. Then I was like, I'm scrolling down. I'm like, what the hell happened to the guy? Guy just disappeared because
Oh
he's
my
taking care of
God.
himself. The
Oh
dude who he
my
1-2
God, what a
punched who
legend.
stabbed him is on the ground, and then he just walks away later. Gotta have the ring cam, yo. Gotta have the ring cam so you can show
Would
that
it even
guy's
matter
face.
because he had the baklava on?
Ah, look at this legend right here. Look at this guy.
Hard as
He's
Yeah,
taking-
that's a
Wow.
hard
As
man.
fucking
That's a
nails,
hard
man. Look
man
at
right
that.
there.
That really is close to the heart. My God.
He's just taking a selfie. Look at me.
Savage, man. That's a savage right there.
And he'll be
Jesus.
representing Team London in just a matter of months for GFL.
Man, build a statue for him outside of the Team London headquarters.
Yeah.
You know yourself. That's an incredible story.
I hope Joe Rogan doesn't see it though, because he's already got low opinion of Canada. Like if he sees that one,
Oh my God.
Definitely not
Yeah,
going back.
that would never happen in Russia, right?
no way.
Man, what a story. Go to uncrowned.com. Ben Folks has the whole write-up. Spoke to the guy himself, the Iron Pole. Shout out to him. Shout out to Michaela Mayer. She beat Sandy Ryan on Saturday in a great fight. Those two are magic together. This was at the Fontainebleau. Have you guys been to the Fontainebleau?
No.
Nah, it's a great
You're
venue.
talking about an awful lot.
It's a great venue.
Mountain Blue?
And
The Blue Fountain.
Fontainebleau. These two are magic together. She wants to be undisputed champion. We'll talk more about this on tomorrow's episode of Ariel and Ade with the great Ade Oladipo. He's back from his séjourne in.
Is he really 45? You said that last week. 45
yeah.
birthday. There's no what?
Yeah. Could you believe
I
it?
think he's 44.
Oh,
He looks good.
turning 45 or
Jesus.
turned 44?
I think he turned 40.
Oh, we got it wrong.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I corrected
Looks
everyone
good,
all
though.
week. But
My God.
Oh, well, still, listen, 44 looking like that. He looks fantastic.
Great.
24-inch pythons. William Zepeda won in Cancun, beating Tevin Farmer for the second time, this time a little less controversial. So congratulations to him. And earlier in the day, we did play a clip from Conor McGregor's press conference following a rare Thursday night show. BKFC had two shows this past weekend. They had a Thursday night show and a Saturday show in Manchester. The Thursday show had all kind of luminaries there. I mean, they had Shaquille O'Neal there. They had Aiden Ross there. They had some guy named Lil Pump. You know Lil Pump?
Do you know
No,
Little
Big
Pump?
Pump.
Yeah.
I don't, but I saw a video of him and Connor together. I know Little Mabu. My kids like Little Mabu. I'm like, I don't know what you guys are talking about. My son is in a class now where he has to dissect Dear Mama by Tupac.
Wow.
I'm like,
Wow.
that's a pretty cool class.
Mother's Day as well. Come on. Perfect.
Oh, by the way, happy belated Mother's Day. UK and Ireland?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, was it Mother's Day yesterday for you?
Yeah.
Happy Mother's Day to Mrs. Carroll. I don't know why it's on different dates. You guys end of March, us mid-May. Why is that?
It's interesting. I don't know, man.
When's your Father's Day? When's your-
Wow. Listen to Frank.
When's-
Hallmark holiday.
Oh, stop it, Frank. When's your Father's Day?
Listen, man. I just find out on the week
Nah,
the
stop
PT's
it.
Father's Day, but I don't know when it is.
Bro,
I'll get some good shit, though.
how old are you? 37, 38?
37.
You have to know
38
when
this year.
Father's Day is. What time frame?
June 15th, 2025 in Ireland.
June 15, yeah. June
Wait a
15.
That
second.
might be the same as ours.
Wait, so we have the same Father's Day but different Mother's Day?
It's
You seem to think
always,
there's some other conspiracy going on.
it's always the third Sunday of June.
All over the world?
Yeah.
No, just in Ireland.
Here too, in America too.
Father's Day in the U.S.
June
Did
15th.
we invent it?
It's June 15th, and it's always celebrated on the third Sunday in June.
So
yeah,
why is
same
Mother's
thing.
Day on a different day? We need to get to the bottom of this.
Mother's Day Ireland
Yeah.
is that's on March 30th this year, also known as Mothering Sunday. It's celebrated
Our
on the
daughter.
fourth Sunday of Lent.
Oh,
Interesting.
okay.
Interesting.
I
Well,
wasn't
why is
expecting it there.
Mother's Day U.S. second Sunday in May.
I don't get it. Someone needs to find out. PT, can you ask around town?
I'm doing a deep dive on it next week.
All right,
It's going to be Shaheen, get ready for that one.
Yeah.
Mate. The truth behind Mother's Day by Pizza Carroll.
Anyway, on Thursday, Connor spoke about his future, not just his thoughts on Mike Perry and wanting him to come back home, but he was asked about his fighting future. Of course, the content as of late has been very political leaning, very politics based, politics heavy, if you will. Anyway, here's what Conor McGregor had to say.
You keep saying that you're going to fight in bare knuckles, so when is it going to happen?
Yeah, you know, like I said, I've got 2 fights on the contract. I'm in negotiations. Last week something happened to me. I went to the White House, and my country is in my, my heart bleeds for my country right now. So there's a lot of stuff going on back home. I'm happy with what I've done. You know, there's something else for me that's in my gut right now. And that's kind of where I'm going. So we'll see. Greatness don't rush also. Greatness does not rush. There was an opportunity or a deal, we'll say, to fight in Alcatraz, only recent. There's an event going on in Alcatraz in, I believe, June. And they came to me, and it wasn't my worth. You know, as a fighter, we've got to know our worth. I hold every pay-per-view record in the book. I hold every gate record in the book. And my comeback will be slated as the greatest comeback or the biggest, most anticipated comeback of all time. So it has to be right. And right now, Ireland is in my thoughts, and that's where I'm at. It will happen, I'm sure. And it's always great to be here. And there you go.
By the way, can I tell you what I thought was the most interesting part of that? I mean, he says that he's focused on politics. That's very clear. He says he'll fight again at some point. And later he was asked, something about if you're president, would you fight? And he said, that's part of why I want to do this. I want to be announced as the president of Ireland. But to me, the most interesting part, honestly, was they approached him to fight in Alcatraz. That's the boxing card, right? That's the boxing card that Turkey Al-Sheikh has been talking about. They approached him to fight on a boxing card? What is that all about? And again, I wish someone there would have said against who?
Who? Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd love to know.
Like what was the idea? Because it had to have been something grandiose, right?
Yeah, and the TKO thing opens the door to that. You know?
That to me was the most interesting part.
I would like to have more details on what that offer was.
I expect him to say, we're focusing on politics now. I expect him to say, I'm going to come back at some point. Who knows what happens with any of this? But that to me was the most interesting nugget. What? You were going to fight on or not fight?
He was offered.
You were offered? Who? What was the idea? And is this where we're going? Like, are you going to be a part of TKO boxing? Is that what you've told the brass or Turkey or, like all this is very much possible now? What do you think, PT?
I think he would have really wanted to be involved with Turkey and things like that. And I think probably when that took off, obviously he still got his contract with the UFC. I'd say he was bulling about that. At some point he was probably recovering from injuries and stuff when this was going down. It started 18 months ago. I'd say he was dying to be part of that. So I think that could work for everyone there, like including TKO. If Dana and Turkey are trying to get eyeballs on this, like who better to get eyeballs on it? But yeah, I'm just interested the same way as you guys are. Like, what potential matchup do you make there? It feels like there's nothing obvious, right? Like as soon as he said that, I wanted some names to kind of start popping into my head, and there really wasn't any. I also think he's going to be really interested in fighting BKFC because he's putting so much time into that as well. I mean, what again? Him showing up on that card blows it up to something bigger than it has been before. Even taking into account the huge success they had in Wells Fargo, these things seem to be the things I think he'll go for. I don't necessarily know if. Obviously, he has to get out of this contract with the UFC or fight out the contract, but I think his real passion would be to be in one of these Turkey boxing matches or else main event at BKFC.
I'd be shocked if they let him do that.
Oh, no, BKFC or the boxing?
No, the
TKO,
UFC.
though. TKO, though. Do you not think they'd take one of his fights for the UFC?
Are you talking boxing or
no? Sorry, BKFC. I'd be shocked if the UFC lets him fight. Yeah, TKO boxing.
No, but
sure,
I think he will eventually. Like if he plays this contract out, I think he's for sure.
Sure, but he's got to get those two fights in, right?
I wonder if they can knock one off for the boxing, or if they figure out a way to advance the clock.
Might be different terms. Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I narrow? Like who would you think? Like Ariel, can you think of anyone? Did anyone jump into your head when they were talking about boxing match? Like who would you say would be an adequate opponent or make sense? I don't know, in that
man.
regard?
I mean, credit to Turkey. He has dreams, ideas that he puts into motion that no one ever, who would have ever thought we'd have an event at Alcatraz? At Alcatraz, it's a crazy thought.
The name that came to mind for me was Pacquiao, just because he had been talking about that for so long. I don't know if that's the name anymore, but he had been talking about that for so long. And then I remember Pacquiao's manager saying, Turkey to make it, that was the name. I doubt it's Pacquiao at this point, but it seems like it's so possible now, as opposed to before when it was Conor's I'm going to go box Manny Pacquiao in Saudi. Now it actually seems he could potentially. He could figure this out.
It seems to be picking up a lot of steam, all the political stuff. I was at my son's soccer game this weekend, and there was an Irish dad there watching his son play, and he was talking to other people about it, saying, did did you hear about Conor McGregor? Oh gosh, I'm moving. He actually said that he was moving back to Ireland. He's like, oh God, I don't know what Ireland I'm going to. This is wild stuff. Would you believe the MMA fighter Conor McGregor? And they're like, the UFC guy, and he's like, yeah. And they were like, what? I guess they didn't know about it. The Americans didn't know about it, but obviously he knew about it. But it just seems like there's more and more people. I saw Douglas Murray, who's a very famous news reporter, talk about it. Is it gaining some steam over there? I would imagine a lot of people talking about it, but has he actually said anything regarding, okay, these are my plans, this is what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to run? It's one thing to say you're going to run, it's another to actually put the whole plan in motion, right?
Well, he need to get nominated to run for the presidency, and he needs 20 members of the Oireachtas or 4 county councils to back him. There was a lot of kind of polls done through various publications this weekend. I think they interviewed half the Oireachtas, or like 134 of them, and none of them said they'd vote for him. But again, there's obviously other people there. The county council route, I'm not too familiar in that. Like, I think there's about 30 odd county councils, but within those councils, there's a whole set of politicians. So you'd have to get a majority vote from each council, 4 of them, to get the nod. I think a lot of people are kind of going like, can he even get on the ballot, Like, so that's going to be the next hurdle he has to get through. From what I heard, I rang a political journalist about this just last week, and he thinks that will happen around June, July. We'll know if he's even got on the ballot, like he has earned a nomination to run for presidency.
2 last things, guys. What's up with all these people turning themselves into cartoon characters? What's happening here? Does anyone know?
Studio Ghibli AI stuff.
What is that?
It's just AI.
But like, how do you do it? Like, how do I see how I look on this? Where do you go?
Are you interested?
I actually don't know.
I mean, I just see everyone doing it. I see every jabroni under the sun.
I'm sure you could find it pretty easily.
Is it an app?
You want us to do it for you?
Maybe we do one,
Who the fuck is we?
A group picture, Will they blur out Frank? Who knows?
Yeah,
but
I don't think we
I
should.
think it would be nice. No, put it on the wall. I don't know. Everyone's doing it. I see it everywhere.
That's why everyone's doing it. We got to do it.
Okay,
Everyone
fine.
jumped off a bridge.
Sheeple.
Wow.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey,
But like, what is
cool,
Ghibli? What is Ghibli? It's like an anime.
It's like a studio.
Yeah, where is it?
Studio Ghibli.
Where's it based?
Japan.
I thought it was India.
All right.
Is it?
So we're
think
just gonna
so.
file
Google
that
it.
under
A lot of fact checking going on here today about strange.
Frank
facts.
knows more than me about it.
Studio.
Paul Hughes is a good one. He had all his like the most famous pictures of his career. Like, this is the story of my career
That
so
was a
far.
good one.
The Japanese animation. Why did I think it was India?
I'm not gonna lie. Now that I think back, I'm surprised by that answer. The Boy and the Heron that won the Oscar.
What are you surprised
last
about?
year?
No, I'm telling you, someone told me it was India.
That person lied to you.
That's a
You're
liar.
correct. You know who that is. Who told you that?
Name
Which one
and
do you
shame.
like, Frankie's Princess?
Mononoke.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Spirited Away.
I love it. I think it's
Legendary.
wholesome.
You should watch one of their movies. Go watch Spirited Away with your kids. They'll love it.
Is it a good movie
It's good.
for the family?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm in. You know what? Speaking of movies, who's excited about the new Zack Snyder flick?
Let's go, baby.
Brawler. Yeah.
Yo, what's
We're in.
From the mean streets of Los Angeles.
Oh, you don't know about this, PT. Zack Snyder is getting into the octagon. This is per the Hollywood Reporter. The veteran Hollywood director is partnering with the UFC to direct Brawler, a movie that promises bone-breaking action scenes likely not seen before in Snyderverse superhero films. Brawler will portray a young fighter rising from the rough streets of Los Angeles to get a shot at a UFC championship, but having to battle his inner demons as he fights for redemption, according to a log line from the film's producers. The Snyder Project...
Is Zack Snyder an actor? Or what is he?
He's a director. But, Turkey loves talking about Zack Snyder. What has he done?
300.
Justice
Watchmen.
League, the
Rebel Moon.
300.
Man of
the
Steel.
Punch,
Batman
Justice
vs.
League.
Superman. Watchmen. Dawn of the Dead.
So I repeat the question. What has he done?
Wow.
Bunch of action movies. What do you mean? They're good.
I saw 300. I enjoyed 300. Never saw any of the other ones.
So are you guys pumped for this, being the cinephiles that you are?
We'll go see it.
I don't think we need this one.
I'm gonna wait for the 6-hour cut that he puts out later.
Is
Once
he
that
known
comes
to
out,
do
I'm
that?
in.
He did the Justice League, and it was like 4.5 hours.
Oh, yeah, here it is. Produced Zack Snyder's Justice League for HBO Max.
That's how you know you made it, when you put your name in front of the movie.
Yeah. All right,
Zack
so this-
Snyder's Justice League.
So is this a big deal?
I don't
I mean,
know if
he's
it's
a big
deal,
director.
but like, I'll watch it.
I'm surprised Dana's doing this. I mean, I know it's not just him. There's
Of all the stories that the UFC could offer,
Why are you surprised?
I just always felt like he didn't want to do stuff like this. I don't know, but look, there's a lot of money involved. I'm sure, Turkey's paying top dollar to be involved in something like this.
I mean, there's
times
also
changing, man.
Remember when he showed up on the was it the June card? It was the June card, the Robert Whitaker one against Ali Skarov. He talked about Zack Snyder on the broadcast. You remember that? So this has been in the works for a while.
All right. Speaking of the UFC, MMA in film, I was at a wedding this past weekend, and one of my friend's dads, who I hadn't seen since I graduated high school in 2012, comes up to me, starts chatting me up. He's asking me what I'm doing. I'm working in combat sports. He's like, "Man, you know what? I don't watch a ton of combat sports, but I do love this one combat sports movie." And I was just like, "Oh yeah, like."
They're gonna say commentator.
I was like, "Warrior, maybe like Creed." He's like, "No.
Here comes the boom.
Here comes the boom." He was like, "I was actually watching it in the hotel before I came over here. I absolutely love it. I've seen it a million times." I was like,
Great
wow.
film.
Shout out Kevin James. Man.
By the way, it's not a bad
and
movie.
Mayhem. Shout out Mayhem.
It's a good Lucky Patrick. Yeah. It's got a good story.
Shout out.
Selma Hayek, right?
I've never seen it.
Come on, you've never seen it?
No.
Wait.
Math teacher turned MMA fighter to save the.
It's actually fun.
Musical.
Here comes the boom. Is it? Wait, is she in it? Okay. Yes, thank you, Jordan. For some reason, a song by Nelly came up called "Here Comes the Boom." Is it from the soundtrack?
I don't think so.
Self-titled, the Leo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yes.
Boom.
No, it's a great film.
All right, I guess I got to go watch it now.
Zack Snyder, shout out to him. Maybe we could get him on the program. Hey, by the way, if you're a fan of Benoit Saint Denis, he's coming back.
Mm-hmm. Let's go.
He reported on his YouTube channel, I do believe, that he'll be fighting on the Montreal card. No opponent, though. That is May 15th. Oh, wait. May 10th? May 15th. No, 3:15 on May 10th. Getting old here. And I think that pretty much sums it all up, guys. Did I forget anything?
Oh, yes.
Do you know, I actually have them open on my screen, and I didn't want to forget.
Hey, you just said you were getting old?
Yeah.
It adds up.
I am getting old.
Nate A. writes, "What's up from San Antonio? Did you notice Buffer's blunder during the end of Emers Miranda? Jose Martinez could have been used and is super underrated."
Joe Martinez.
That is the biggest blunder I've ever seen committed by Bruce Buffer. And then he starts fixing it, and then DC cuts him off.
Yeah.
It was
You
tough.
could hear him in the background still shouting and cheering out like he's still reading it.
Yeah.
And DC's like, "What do you think, buddy?"
Yeah,
in
he's
the fight or
he's
whatever.
like trying to fix it, and DC completely cut him off, just railroaded him.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I don't love celebrating that.
Are we celebrating it?
Nah, posting this and that. I mean, the guy made a mistake. He's a legend. How many fights?
Is it not? It's not a.
Oh, come on.
Not
Yeah,
how
like I
great he
don't.
is.
Well, I
can't
don't
laugh at
disagree with
ourselves,
you.
then.
Like,
How do you think he
was
feels
a
about
blunder.
it?
Yeah,
I'm sure he's
it was
got
a
it.
blunder.
This is truly the moment I have been waiting for.
I mean, with the DC cutting him off, I found it to be fun.
No, it probably it's not a great feeling for him. But like, if we can't laugh at ourselves, then we got nothing.
This is no. Who was the Tessitore guy?
Oh my God! Yes, like he was like Sergeant Buddy Lee Parker or something.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't Buddy Lee.
It's like Ronaldo missing a penalty. Everyone's like, "Holy shit, Ronaldo missed a
No,
penalty."
that's different. That's different. This is like, oh, you messed up because you never mess up, and hopefully he takes it that way. But
I mean, he literally never messes up.
yeah, I got love
Like
for
Ronaldo
Bruce.
taking penalties.
Sorry.
This doesn't mean we don't have love for Bruce.
I just,
We were asked this question. We didn't bring this up. Do you know what I mean? We've been asked to react to this.
By the way, I'm not getting mad at you guys. Chill the fuck out. I'm just reacting to everyone else posting it. Bruce made a mistake. We're so quick as a society to want to.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I mean, serious.
Still my bleeding heart.
No, listen. I mean, the guy shows up week after week with a brand new freaking tux. He's stretching.
You're right. You're right.
He's revolutionized the game.
He kills it.
You know what? He makes a mistake. Just let it go. No need to
I
post
apologize,
about
Bruce.
it.
Bruce,
And by
I'm
the
so
way,
sorry.
we posted, Uncrown posted, and I didn't feel good about it.
Honestly,
I didn't feel good about
if
it.
I'm laughing more, it's not at Bruce, it's at DC jumping in.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
We're laughing with him, not at him. Come on.
Okay, all right.
Sorry,
What else?
LP3 writes, Jorge versus Nate Bare Knuckles.
No.
Fair enough.
Pass.
Man, I don't know if Nate ever talked about this, but they cut very easily for whatever reason. So I just don't know if
Jorge
it's
versus Leon has never made more sense than right now.
no.
Just do it. It has
We did a
never
complete
ever
180.
made more sense.
Does the UFC make it happen? I feel.
I
Like they
hope
won't.
so.
I feel like they won't.
We specifically
Why?
actually did a complete 180 because
we
if you
did.
go back to like December,
what-
we're like, hate it, would never want to see it.
Well, Leon was the champ, and they're like, "Yeah, Jorge Masvidal." I'm like, "No, that's stupid." And then that's why he called us goobers because we said that or whatever he said.
Dorks.
Dorks. I've changed course. It makes a lot of sense right now. Never made more sense. Do it.
Man, I would love to see it. I just don't think they do it. I don't know why.
I hope they do. I hope.
By the way, do you guys feel like you've patched things up with Jorge?
Yeah, it seemed once after you threw us under the
no,
bus.
No, I didn't throw. I said they're
after you
good guys.
threw us-
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were
What?
gonna say that.
You literally threw us under the bus. Look at these assholes talking all this shit.
Put them in their place, Jorge. Put them in their place.
And then I was like, nah, they're good guys. Don't do that. First of all, I totally forgot about that. It was on air. Jordan who brought it up this morning.
Okay, so it's his fault.
I completely forgot about that.
Okay,
and I
so
was
you're
like, you know what?
driving
You're
and
right.
Jordan's in passenger. It doesn't really matter. We
Not
still
my
got
fault.
thrown under the
It's
bus.
not my fault. They're dorks.
I'm just, he was. I just felt like it was time for him to, own up for his sins, and
Him to own up for his sins?
Yeah, it
How
wasn't
did you? How
cool.
did you get to that? How do you feel that?
I was like, oh, you're not so tough now from the golf course, huh? Talk your shit now. That's.
I read it a little differently.
Yeah.
I had a different read on it.
I'm staying out of this.
Anyway, I'd love
the tire marks on my back feel.
they were they were supposed to fight
at my funeral.
Nah, get out of here. What else?
Speaking of golf, Big Head MMA writes, Ariel and Cruz, since you talked golf today on the show, I was interested. Does anyone on the team golf? I feel like
No.
GC can rip some down the fairway.
GC?
Yeah, I mean, I golfed for most of my life before I moved to the city.
Is that true?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Still bombing with the driver.
You gave that up for us.
Irons are out of it. Where am I going to go golf here? Drive,
the way-
drive
Oh, there's
45
actually nice
minutes out
courses
and-
in New York. My friend.
Yeah, out on Long Island. Give me an hour.
Brother,
Yeah, what-
if you love ball, you love ball. You will take the extra few minutes to go out there.
Oh,
There's some
actually,
beautiful-
GC, there's some in the Bronx.
the
You might
extra
be able to
few
get to one in
minutes.
the Bronx.
Extra few minutes.
No, in the Bronx. Not out on Long
A lot.
Island.
I had to downsize my apartment. Can't even keep the golf clubs there anymore.
Where are they? Where are they? Back home?
Back home.
What were we, a 74 handicap? What were we?
No. Best round I ever shot was 87.
That's not bad.
Wow,
Oh, it's not
that's
bad.
not bad at all.
It's not
Jeez,
bad.
Good
Yeah,
job.
no. I mean, I can pipe the driver. Irons are all right. Short games.
How about this guy calling it? He's like, I don't think any of
Yeah,
you, but
yeah.
GC definitely rips it. He's like, yep. that's
Jordan,
it.
I could see Jordan doing it.
Jordan golf?
Yeah.
He's golfing right
I
now.
golf.
Yeah,
Not
you see?
not an 87. I think I got an 89 once, and that was the highlight of my career.
Well, he got an 87 once. You're
87
not
was
far off.
once. Yeah, it was not an average. I was low 90s guy.
Shout out to my friend Vishal, who's a lifelong golfer, and he always tries to convince me to do it, and I just say I don't have any interest.
I mean, it's great getting out there. You get outside for 4 hours. You don't check the phone.
I don't have 4 hours.
Good times.
Are you not allowed to check your phone?
No, you can, but I prefer not.
Yeah.
To.
PT?
Nah.
Nah, man.
Shit, let's go to Ireland. Emerald Isle's got some.
We have got nice courses here, though, for
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
I love a good mini golf sesh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
pitch
team
and
building?
putt.
Yeah.
Love it.
You got the little thing like the windmill, and you have to try to get it in the hole. I think it's fun.
I do that every
Ariel
time I
describes
go away, to
mini
be
golf
fair.
as a series that I'd like.
Is the
There's
most
an
mini golf you've
alligator.
seen
It
from
goes like
Happy
this, and you hit
Gilmore?
it into
Happy
the mouth.
Gilmore didn't inspire you to get out there at all?
Oh, of course.
When is Happy out? When is Happy 2 out?
After you watch the
August.
Adam Sandler special, Happy Gilmore 2 comes out.
End of July, around the time of both you's
Never coming
birthdays.
out.
Oh. No, they already announced it.
Yeah.
It's like the last weekend of July or something like that. My friends were all July 25th. Thank you. My friends were all into golfing, and I would do the Happy Gilmore just to piss them off. No one likes that guy.
Definitely tried to do it before.
Masters next week? Anybody?
Oh
out?
yeah.
When you say do the
back
Happy
roaring.
Gilmore, you mean just like hit it?
I would run. I would.
Do you know
be
the
an
running
asshole.
drive?
Yeah.
It's fucking cool, Ariel. Don't listen to them. That was hilarious.
I mean,
What else?
If you can actually
Sorry.
hit it Happy
Sorry.
Gilmore style, it's cool.
Nate A
I
wants
could,
us
I could.
to know that Psycho Sid shit himself at WrestleMania 3.
See?
Thank you. Thank you. So
I
did
think
Paul
we're bringing
Pierce.
a lot of awareness to shitting ourselves.
Didn't
You know what
Justine
I mean?
Kitch
It's a normal.
actually do it in the octagon? Am
I
I
don't
crazy?
know.
She
Listen,
did.
Again, I'm not trying to kick people while they're down, but Paul Pierce.
What is
definitely-
this? What is this
Paul Pierce
gimmick
definitely
right
did
now?
it.
The
Paul
new
Pierce.
Ariel.
Paul Pierce down right now?
No, that's why I'm allowed to say it.
Oh, okay.
Also, he's a
Who
Celtic.
hasn't? Who hasn't shit
Peace
themselves?
and love. Peace
You
and
know what I
love.
mean?
Peace and love. Listen,
Mr. Touchy Feely Ariel over here. all of
I
a
just
sudden.
think if I happen to do that on live television, I wouldn't want people mocking me.
Did you shit your pants
Would you rather?
today?
Would you rather?
You're trying to warm us up to this?
No.
Nobody's allowed to make fun of anybody. Nobody, for any reason that anybody did, is alled to make fun of anybody.
I can't believe you asked those questions today, Ariel. That was disgusting. I can't believe you made her relive that traumatic moment.
There's a part of me that felt bad in the moment, but I felt like we had.
I know, that's what
Would you rather shit your pants in public or puke in like a inconvenient location? Like you're not in a bathroom, you're not like outside.
Can I say
like on like the subway?
Puke better than shit all day.
Puke anywhere. Puke right now. Wouldn't give a fuck.
God, I envy you, Pete. I have this horrible fear of it.
Oh
no, but shitting? You'd rather shit? No way.
Shit is
Diarrhea
hardcore.
doesn't do
Trying to find
anything.
your way home
Nah,
with
puke.
an ass full
Give me the
fake
puke.
shit all over your ass. Come on.
Look at his face.
all I'll say is
Give me the puke.
no. All I'll say is there seems to be embarrassment attached to the number 2.
Of
Puke
course.
is just like, oh, you do it on the street, you get sick, you drink too much. It's not the same.
Oh yeah, I was telling Rick the other day. You crap your pants, people are like, what is wrong with this guy?
Yeah.
You throw up, people are like, oh my
poor
God,
guy.
are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you all right, man? Do you need some water?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I'm taking the puke option all day.
Listen, if pooping in your pants was cool,
Call him Miles.
Oh wow, all right.
consider
Oh,
me
that man
Miles
right there,
Davis.
Miles Davis.
Come on now. What else, Frank?
Eric Bolden writes, does the GFL test for PEDs? I hope not.
Well, I mean, they are having their
Probably
first event in California. And by the way, all the jokes out there, fine, but they are going to it's not like they're going to some, Fakakta commission, some Fakakta state. They're going to the gold standard. So shenanigans. I mean, I have heard, and Urijah Faber alluded to this, I've heard that they're actually putting California and Foster in particular, Andy Foster, Executive Director, CSAC, he's putting some certain things in place to ensure that everyone's getting paid, that everything's on the up and up. Like he's really looking out because I think he, first time promotion, lofty aspirations. So I think it's great for the fighters, but there's a part of me that's like, oh, wow, you guys went to California. You could have gone to Wyoming or Montana, Texas, Florida.
There's
some of
lots
the more
states.
lenient.
Yeah,
right?
lax kind of.
And everyone would have been like, of course they're going there. No, they're going to California. Now, does the promotion have drug testing? That's a question for Darren Owen. Will California do, surprise testing? We'll find out. They'll definitely do it on the night. But as we know, you could beat that type of testing.
I'll be honest. Like my expectation for a fledgling, not even fledgling, brand new promotion, isn't that they establish drug testing from day one. I understand the sanctity of the sport. I understand that you want the athletes to be competing on a level playing field. But to just get this thing off the ground, my expectation is they have a full drug testing program from jump. So I'm okay with whatever the arrangement ultimately ends up being. The commission is in place to do their own testing, and I'm perfectly fine with that. I don't think my expectation for any new promotion is like day one you have to come in with a full drug testing policy.
Mm-hmm. What else?
Jason wants to let us know, thank you for the vomit and poop talk as I'm eating lunch.
I know. You see, that's the thing. That's the thing, Jason. I was thinking of that. I was
If
legit.
we stretch a little longer, we can ruin his dinner too. Let's try.
All right. What else?
JC writes, why not Colby versus Prates for Miami?
Colby ain't taking that fight.
Yeah, that's
2 weeks.
Colby ain't.
He's got to be a lot more calculated.
Yeah.
Yeah, no thanks. No thanks on behalf of Colby. What else?
And lastly, Mugen11120 says, can you guys do a Champs League recap on Thursdays?
Rick was saying that. Rick was pushing for that one.
Not like it. Not like when they played a fucking tune. Come on.
Nothing gonna be like it when you're fucking Nottingham Forest rocking there on a Tuesday night. Where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going? To fucking Bayern Munich?
Malmo.
Where are we going? The joke at the beginning of the season was, get me to Thursday. Take me on a trip. I want to go somewhere. Copenhagen, and Marseille. I really want to spend Thursdays with you. Super Callum Hudson Adoy. Oh, it's take me on a trip. I want to go somewhere. Copenhagen, Leverkusen, and Marseille. We ain't talking no Thursday Europa League anymore. We ain't talking Europa League. Well, we'll save that for Tottenham. We'll save that for who are you saving that for? Man
not
United.
making that.
United haven't even qualified, man. They ain't even in the top half of the table. It's a devastating year.
And you know what I love?
Man
You know what
City,
I love?
actually, so you can save it for.
Yeah. Fuck Man City, them cheaters. Here's the thing. I see people saying like, "Oh, you guys are jumping on the bandwagon." What bandwagon? We were very transparent about it all. We wanted a team. We picked a team. We picked a team that was getting promoted. By the way, look at all the teams that have gone promoted since we picked them in 22. You know, all the Sheffield Uniteds, the Luton Towns, the Burnleys of the world. They all go back down, except for one. Stuck with them after the first year. Stuck with them after the first year. Stuck with them after the second year where they got docked points and were in 17th place. Now, I would never claim to be a lifelong fan. I know what it's like to suffer. Don't talk to me about suffering. Knicks, Bills, Expos. My baseball team doesn't even exist, okay? Don't even talk to me about that. Although, I don't know if you guys saw I was doing a little hype video for the Toronto Blue Jays last week. I don't know if you guys saw that. Yeah, you know.
Didn't see it.
Don't talk to me about suffering. But then they bring up the old tweets about Leicester City. They bring up the old tweets about Everton. Clearly, you don't know the show. That was all a gag between Rick and I. I would tell him like, "Oh, I've been a lifelong Leicester City fan. I didn't watch a second." Yeah, of course I knew about Jamie Vardy party because I know ball. I understand the game. I know about the beautiful game.
Life.
Yeah, all right. Everton didn't watch a second. That was between me, Patty, and Molly when we were all friends. No, not friends anymore. So I needed a team. And if you want to see on Saturday, I'll tell you guys this. I had to go. What's going on here? Oh.
You good?
On Saturday, I went to get a new car. I had to trade in my car. The lease was up, right?
Oh, wow, shout out. What
Yeah?
we go with?
Just same car.
Maybach.
And I told them, "Hey guys, I'm busy. We're in PKs right now. One of our own, Ryan Yates is about to step up to send us to the semis. All right, I have to watch. I said I'm busy. I need to watch this. So don't tell me about who's been. We've been there.
Who gives a shit?
Nah,
Who gives a shit what they think?
You know what?
Who gives a shit?
You're right.
Just in general, who gives
You
a shit?
enjoy the
I'm
game.
with you,
Who
big
gives a
sis.
shit
Who
if they
gives
care?
a shit?
Oh, you're not a
You're
real
right. You know
fan.
what? You know
so
what?
what? Fuck off. I
You know
don't
what?
care.
You're fucking right.
Yes.
You're fucking
I mean,
right.
I'm often right, but
You should be improving yourself, not proving yourself.
You know what?
Yeah, and you definitely shouldn't be pooping yourself. How many times have we said shit on the program today?
Oh my God, are we gonna get demonetized?
Yeah, that ship's.
I hope not.
We're raising awareness. We're
Yeah,
raising
that's
awareness.
It says, who gives a
We're
shit?
doing
you know?
Everyone stop chatting shit.
There's another one.
Very appropriate.
That's all we've been doing is chatting shit. Literal shit.
Well, I can't wait. I got to get to the
shit.
city ground. We gotta go there.
Wembley will do in April, though.
Man, I want to go to the city ground. City ground, always on the na. And then next year we go
Always on the Nina.
on a Tuesday night or a Wednesday night. Can you imagine?
by the way, speaking of raising awareness, I have something very
Okay.
important to.
Oh no.
It turns out that gout
Yeah, he's out.
is not gout. It's
What?
guat.
Ah,
How that fucking ruined him for me anyway.
Yeah. Sorry. But he's still fantastic. Shout out to
Yeah.
him.
He's all right.
Lost some of his charm.
How did you learn this?
Somebody, a gentleman named Sam Fisher, shout out, from Australia, is a massive fan of the show. He messaged me. He's like, "Hey, turns out," like he sent me an article where they spoke to his parents, and in the move to Australia, it got like, I guess it's not anglicized, but I guess maybe it is anglicized. I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe
It is.
happens.
They speak
But
English.
it got anglicized to that, and certainly, you want to say his name properly. So apparently, it is Gwat or some variation of that, pronounced with like GWOT.
by the way, guac, not bad.
Yeah. First of all, I mean, if you're
It doesn't have
compared to Usain Bolt, it doesn't matter what. You call me anything. That dude's a king. Shout out to Gwat.
Shout out to him. We'll still support him. The spelling's
yeah.
still the same.
Yeah, it's
Spelling's
still, it's still spelled that way. But
Yeah, it's still gout to me.
Oh, it's actually guac.
Quack.
It's a wrestling reference. You had to be there. Anyway, guys, it's time to go. We've got a big day tomorrow because tomorrow we've got a show at 1 and then another show at 5. And, maybe we have to go to the Mecca to watch a certain team. So it has to be a hard out because...
Wow, double hard out day.
Well, because, when a certain person calls you to come to the game, you got to go to the game.
Action
You
Bronson
gotta-
invited you to the next game?
I'm not one to name names, but you gotta support the team. You know that we're on the stretch drive. You just gotta support.
The pinky up right now. Gotta love it.
Are they doing badly at the moment, Ariel?
No.
Hey, man, every time him and Jordan start talking about it, it's 911.
Nah,
emergency,
listen, Jalen's
sound
been
the
out.
alarm.
Jalen's been out. Stretch drive. We're locked into third place. Nice win last night over Portland, but we should beat Portland. A lot of people are down on us. That's kind of like we feel comfortable in that spot. Okay, talk about your Cleveland. Talk about your Boston. Talk about your OKC. I mean, it's fine.
Lakers
60 and 15.
Let's go, Luka.
Yeah, okay. Talk to me when you win a couple of playoff series. Okay, let's see how you fare at the Mecca. All right,
sneaking into the 7th seed, not bad.
I don't really know what's happening. I'm just talking shit here.
No, listen. I feel great about our team. We're gonna do great.
Thunder are gonna win the West, huh? 62.
Oh, they're tremendous. What a fun team they are. Shout out to the Canadian Shea Gilgeous, gonna be MVP. Anyway, it's been a great day. Jorge, Perry, Uriah, not to be confused with Urijah, and of course Loopy Godinez. Thank you so much to them. Thanks to all of you. Thanks to all of them. Back on Tuesdays. Hey, talk about this. Peace. I'm out.